It is 10:01. Good morning. Broadcasting live from the brand new Hattie B's location on Gallatin Ave in East Nashville. I'm Lucas Panzica. The NBA draft was held last night in New York, and Tennessee forward Nate Ament heard his name called with the number 13 overall pick. He will join the Milwaukee Bucks, who acquired that pick in the blockbuster trade that sent Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Miami Heat. Ament is the highest drafted Tennessee player since Marcus Hayslip in 2002, who also went 13 to Milwaukee. A.J. Debonsa, the number 1 pick to the Wizards. The Grizzlies selected Duke star Cameron Boozer at number 3. On Tuesday, the NFL decided it will not hold a supplemental draft in 2026, blocking Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby from entering the league until the 2027 draft. Sorsby had declared for the supplemental draft amid a legal mess surrounding his eligibility to play college football this season, despite admitting to gambling on his own team while a QB at Indiana. In other NFL news, the Falcons gave tight end Kyle Pitts a 3-year, $54 million extension that includes $36 million guaranteed, the largest 3-year contract for a tight end in NFL history. In the World Cup, Cristiano Ronaldo bounced back yesterday with 2 goals and a 5-0 rout by Portugal of Uzbekistan. He is the first player to score in 6 different World Cups at the age of 41. The final round of group stage games begins today at 2. Canada facing Switzerland and Bosnia facing Qatar. For all your foundation repairs and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone. Good morning, and it is a beautiful morning, because where else would we rather be than right here at the grand opening of the new Hattie B's location on Gallatin Ave in East Nashville. Welcome into the show. Lucas and Bert with you until 1 o'clock. Buck is traipsing around Europe. We're happy for it. Ramon Foster is coming up next, and this place is insane. I've been driving by it every day. I've been waiting to be able to step foot in here and get to experience it. And I was more blown away than I thought I would be, Robert, walking in at the personality of this place, the comfort of it, the viewing experience of all of the TVs, pool, cornhole, bocce. Oh, and the best hot chicken in the world, ice-cold beverages, comfortable couches. I'm in paradise right now for the next 3 hours.
The only thing that's bad about this spot is the fat guy angle that you guys are going to have to watch me from on Zone TV. A lot of shirt tugs today, a lot of man boob references, but that's okay because we're in paradise. I played Kirby and pool this morning. I played some pinball. They have arcade games. They have everything that you could want. Except for you. You're not here yet. You need to come hang out with us.
Come hang out with us out here at Hattie B's. I'm telling you, man, like, genuinely, I am so blown away by this place. I live right down the road in East Nashville, so I will be here very often, watching games, eating hot chicken, enjoying some cold beverages, hanging out, vibing around. And this isn't necessarily what you think of when you think of a Hattie B's hot chicken. When you think of Hattie B's, you think of the best hot chicken in Nashville and in the world as it continues to expand around the United States. And you think of the good vibes and the different locations and the great prices and the good food. But now you can think of Hattie B's as a hangout spot and a spot to come watch games, because you look everywhere you look. There's a huge screen with World Cup soccer on, college football,
we got
NFL
C-SPAN on. We got
C-SPAN is on at the moment. Let's see. We've got First Things First on Fox, having heated soccer debate segments. My favorite thing about this World Cup, Robert, I think, is watching like the talking heads on Fox and First Take like have to talk about the World Cup and having to turn it into like a LeBron versus MJ style.
Yeah, they did a
debate.
really good job kicking the ball.
Which it sets up well for them, because the Messi versus Ronaldo thing is very real in this World Cup. I'm reading the bottom of the screen. Cristiano Ronaldo in Portugal. How concerning was their first performance after their bounce back yesterday?
First Take is just tickled the NBA draft happened last night so they can take a slight reprieve from the World Cup to go back to what they actually know.
Stephen A. is like, oh, thank God. Jesus.
Oh, I'm so happy. Did he get his buccal fat removed? Why does Stephen A.'s face look like a bust, like a statue? He looks like he got the Ariana Grande treatment.
Austin on the F&M Bank chat, where you can hang out, 104.5 The Zone TV, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, asks, where is it in East Nashville? I'm glad you asked. Austin, it is on Gallatin Ave. It is near the Publix, across the street from it. But you drive up and down Gallatin Ave, you cannot miss it. Come out and see us at Hattie B's Hot Chicken. Kirby is here. Ramon is here. Like we said, he's going to sit down with us in the next segment.
He's going to have to squeeze in between us on this couch.
Oh, it's going to get nice and cozy.
Oh,
we're going to get nice and cozy in here with Mo.
You think we're going to put you on the other couch like y'all did this late? No. You're going to sit
on this show.
right beside me.
Not on this show. The Bishops are going to join us at 11:45.
Blaine?
Blaine will be here. Blaine will be here at this Hattie B's with cover 2 from 1 to 3. But no,
he ain't going to be here.
Nick Bishop Sr. and Jr. will join us to talk about the Bones. Oh, Blaine's not going to be here. I apologize.
Blaine's off today.
Blaine is off today. Zach will be here, though, and Zach will join us at 12:20. Okay, there's a lot to get to, man. Brendan Sorsby is just trying to force his way into the NFL. The NBA draft happened last night. AJ DeBonso went 1 to Washington, as expected, the BYU star. The Grizzlies, man, with the Cam Boozer pick. Highly touted. It was highly praised by NBA draft experts yesterday. And if I'm a Grizzlies fan, I'm thrilled by that pick. I look forward to hearing Zach's thoughts. Cameron Boozer just drives wins, man. That's all he's done in his career. He is a points and rebounding machine. Excited to see him play in Memphis. And then Nate Ament. Put on the Miami Heat hat, but he's going to be a Milwaukee Buck. We can skip the part where we talk about how dumb that is in the NBA draft. It still blows my mind. And we are not an intelligent enough NBA show to talk about the NBA draft in any other way than saying, why do they keep doing this? Why does Nate Ament have to do his post-draft interview with a Miami Heat hat on when he's going to be a Milwaukee Buck?
I don't understand how hard it is. Okay, maybe I understand the draft day stuff with the hats. Like, that doesn't make much sense to me, but whatever. Why can't they change the icons on ESPN.com? They leave those the original pick. And then beside it, they're like, no, if you'll follow this little roadmap, you can see how that pick became the Oklahoma City Thunders, and then it went to the Nuggets, and then it went to the Trailblazers, and then it went to the Warriors, and then it ended up back with the Bucks. Do me a favor. I didn't like showing my work in school. Why the hell would I want to do it for the NBA draft?
It's so controllable, isn't it? Like it's
really easy to fix this. It's like Cheyenne being upset with me about not putting the toilet seat back up. It's like, okay, that's an easy fix. I can do that. But do I do it? Hell no. I'm still leaving it down.
So Nate Ament is technically a Miami Heat player until July 6th. Then he will be a Milwaukee Buck. And he finds himself right in the middle of this blockbuster trade with Giannis heading to Miami. And Nate's going to be a part of this rebuild in Milwaukee. He's the highest draft pick of the Barnes era. He does get into the lottery, and he's the highest drafted Tennessee player since Marcus Haislip, who also, back in 2002, former teammate of Ron Slays, went 13 overall to the Milwaukee Bucks.
No way.
So
was he good?
Marcus Haislip? Oh, gosh. I mean, you're asking the wrong guy. I can't remember. I remember his career at Tennessee. I'm having a hard...
Yeah, get to Googling.
Well, I'm getting. He's a local guy, Lewisburg, Tennessee. He was in Milwaukee a couple years, Indiana after that, and then bounced around overseas. Long career, largely playing overseas. He was a Turkish Cup winner.
There you go.
And a Turkish League All-Star. Hopefully Nate Ament.
We can't call them Turkish anymore because they're Turkey.
Turkey-ish?
Yeah, Turkey-ish.
Yes. But with the U.S. playing Turkey/Turkey tomorrow, they are our enemies tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
we're not
do
a
we
big fan.
do them the honor of calling them how they want to be called?
I'll call them the Ottoman Empire. I'll call them the Byzantines. I'll call them whatever they don't want to be called. Because same thing, I got the same energy for them I have for Australia last week. Good day, mate.
615-737-1045 is how you jump in. Darius says, as a Grizz fan, he loves the Boozer pick. Brandon says, no, Marcus Haislip was not good with the Bucks. Let's hope Nate Ament is better. Can we hear, Zach Kroll is making it happen back at the studio. Zach, can we hear the ESPN coverage and both Andrea Carter and Jay Billis' analysis of the landing spot for Nate Ament at 13 to Milwaukee?
There's some big shoes for him to fill here in Milwaukee, Andrea.
Yeah, but he can fill them. He is so versatile. The versatility of Nate Ament, you can put him in a ton of different positions. His size and length alone are a great place for any NBA team to see potential. 6'9" forward, 6'11" wingspan, but he moves with fluidity, and he has a solid foundation skill set-wise.
Yeah, he's a skilled, graceful athlete, and all he really lacks is strength. Not that he doesn't have strength, but that's the next thing for him to add at a higher level. And he was tested. I mean, people came after him to play at him physically because that's where they thought they could take advantage of him. but he answered the call. And to Bobby's point, he got fouled a lot. Like, he stuck his nose in there and got to the free throw line. His three-point shooting is there. He only shot 33%, but he made over 40 of them. But he's got the stroke. Excellent mid-range game. He can affect the game on the defensive end. He's a top 10 talent that got taken at 13.
So that is the analysis from Jay Billis, a top 10 talent that got taken at 13. So I don't know how Bucks fans are viewing this. Nate is a developmental player in the NBA. He was a developmental player at Tennessee last year. Like, we watched him grow in confidence physically and mentally throughout the course of the year. He doesn't quite have the measurables that Giannis has, although it's not terribly far apart. They play the game differently, kind of different positions, Robert, but I'm excited to see how Nate Ament develops over the next 3 years. He's not to say he's going to be the next Giannis in Milwaukee is to say too much. Giannis an MVP, an NBA champion. But Giannis was drafted 15th overall coming out of Europe, and it took him a good 2 to 3 years, and he had a pretty steady ascension to NBA All-Star and MVP candidate. I look forward to seeing what that developmental path looks like for Nate, and I hope it's a good landing spot. I hope Bucks fans are patient with him.
I really don't care what Bucks fans are talking about because, oh, my Lord, the Hattie B. Elvis just showed up.
Oh, Hattie B's Elvis is here.
Look at that guy.
Oh,
Hey,
my
what's
God.
going on, baby?
What more could you want?
They talked about having big shoes to fill. Do you know what size shoe
This is incredible.
Giannis wears?
Tell me.
It's 17.
Jesus.
You know what? You know what size shoe Nate Ament wears?
15.
Google does not know, but they're saying that he would wear size between 15 and 17. So big shoe.
So Google AI is projecting.
Yeah,
Nate
well,
Ament.
I asked it to because it wouldn't tell me.
Sure.
It was telling me how big his feet were, like I'm some kind of creep. And I was like, no, I just need the shoe size. But if he wears a 15 or a 16, not that much growing to fill those big shoes Giannis left. So I don't know. Let's hang on and wait and see with Nate Ament.
Okay. Let's hear what Ramon Foster says about Nate Ament.
I know Elvis is abducting him right now.
Elvis just whisked Ramon out of here. What are they doing?
Hey, baby, come over here. I want to show you something. Oh,
I also am fascinated to hear what Ramon has to say about this Sorsby stuff.
I cannot wait. I did not bother him when I got here this morning because I'm sure he had been talking about it on his show, but I wanted to be pleasantly surprised when he told us that the NFLPA doesn't give a rip about Brennan Sorsby.
Ramon Foster, intimately familiar with the NFLPA and how it conducts business. So we will sit down with Moan coming up next, live from the brand new Hattie B's in East Nashville.
If you're in the market for a vehicle and you're looking for a trustworthy dealership, let me introduce you to my good friends at Two Rivers Ford. They've been family-owned and operated for over 4 decades, and they do things a little differently than most dealerships. For starters, they have a non-commissioned sales team, so their salespeople are paid to help you find exactly what you're looking for, whatever price range you want to stay in. They're upfront and transparent, and their expert team will help you every step of the way from test driving to financing. And at Two Rivers Ford, they have real prices. Some dealerships will advertise one price online, and then when you get to the dealership, they've added on accessories or service packages that you didn't ask for and have definitely jacked the price up. Not at Two Rivers Ford. At Two Rivers Ford, their advertised prices are real. What you see is simply what you get. Honesty and transparency have been the core principles of Two Rivers Ford since 1983. Local, honest, real. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
Welcome back to the show. Sitting outside at the new Hattie B's in East Nashville.
Get in here, Bert.
Dua Lipa on the jukebox. Snuggled up on the couch with Ramon Foster.
Yeah. It doesn't get much better than this.
Oh, man, this is the best Wednesday ever. Welcome back. We are fueled by Hattie B's Hot Chicken, and we're happy to be here. How sweet is this place?
This is awesome. Like, this is one of those places where you see people who live in, like, rural parts or just, like, outside of the city limits, and you come over here, it's like, I think I want to live in the city now. Like, just walk over here, come to this back, what do we call this, congregation area, I guess, man, and just
it's
have
like
a
the
blast.
roost.
Yeah, the chicken coop.
The coop.
The coop.
We'll workshop it.
I need an endorsement for that one, okay? Come over here to East Nashville to the coop, baby.
Oh, man. Where to begin, man? Like, I am fascinated to hear your thoughts on the Sorsby stuff. I know y'all talked about it this morning. So let's just start there, right?
Yeah.
We'll get to Nate Amen and his fit and what you saw in Titans minicamp. But as somebody that has been a part of NFLPA discussions and appeals as a player in your post-playing career, what is your reaction when you see Sorsby denied by the NFL and his attorney saying they're going to come at the NFL and see what rights they have via the NFLPA?
You saying that again made my reaction come out as pure as it could have been. I laughed. Like, and here's the thing, though, too. Y'all know I'm very pro player, probably too pro player at times, man. It's just like I'm riding with the player because that's the mentality. It's like nobody challenges the billionaires, and that's fine. I get it. Like, everybody loves their team, so there's an allegiance to the team. But when it comes down to this, I'm anti-player on this one, man, especially when you're in a league that's fighting for the opportunity to come to the NFL. Why are you ruining your opportunity by betting on games? And it's one thing to say, man, I dabbled a little bit. How many people you know with $90,000 of extra money? Let's start there first. Okay, like, who got $90K in their savings accounts right now? You just say, like, oh, man, let me just bet this on stuff that I know I can't. And the other side is, like I continually say, like, college compliance is real. They come into those meetings, whether you listen or whether you don't, they told you what you can and you cannot do. Like, and no, I'm not on the Brendan Sorsby side. Do I feel bad for him? Do I sympathize with his situation? Yeah, I hate for anything bad to happen. But when we're talking about the league, we're talking about can I be selfish for a second?
Please.
My 401k? No, you're not going to come in here and ruin that idea, because if Brandon Sorsby comes into the NFL by the NCAA kicking him out and you say to yourself, well, this guy knowingly bet on games and you guys are allowing him in the game. And let's say Brendan Sorsby goes to Team X and Team X's starting quarterback gets out and Brendan Sorsby's just not ready, but he throws a pick six the first play of the game. He's betting on games again. It ruins the integrity of the NFL. I know everybody's wagging their finger at the league right now by saying, hey, yeah, you guys allowed domestic abuse in. You guys have had some people that have murdered some guys. Well, that doesn't affect essentially the outcome of the game of the entirety of it. I can't be associated with a person that's fixing games. Like, and he knew that. Like, and the more I've kind of dug and talked to some people that has been surrounding, that's been investigating this too, might have been more than 90, allegedly. And that's the other side of it, too, that's kind of flagrant. And to try to use the supplemental draft to get more of a pat on the back, man, take that somewhere else. The NFL is too hard. Making it is too hard in any league for you to just say, I got them over there. No, we're not your second pick. We're not sloppy seconds on this one. And for him and his agent, Texas Tech, who I think have finally realized that, oh, this is bigger than we thought, and the NFL is ready to fight, and the Big 12 sent the lawsuit to them because they also are in the same bed. I'm not sure if y'all saw the report last week, but they were in the same bed of voting against Baylor or voting sanctions against Baylor. And now they're trying to sue the Big 12 and the NCAA on something they actually utilized in that 2012 or 2016 Baylor suspension era. So it was foolish. A lot of millions of dollars stolen. I mean, yeah, stolen from lawyers, I guess, at this point. But this shows that they got one thing. You cannot bet on sports. Pete Rose is continually dealing with it in depth. He's dealing with betting on his own team. And everybody knows Pete Rose should probably be in the Hall of Fame. But that's just where we are.
What do you, if you were his agent, if you were in his corner, what advice would you be giving him right now? Because I think there's a bunch of different ways he could go. He could keep fighting it. He could keep staying in the public eye and dragging it through the muck and making it nasty. Or he could go back, accept his penalty, be like, okay, I'm preparing for the 2027 NFL draft. Or He could go play in the CFL.
I say if he wants Tateman to build his stock up, CFL. For professionally, that's the best thing he should do. Will played a clip earlier on our show. Rand Carthon was on CBS Sports.
We actually have the clip.
Y'all have the clip?
Kroll, do you have that?
Kroll, my second piece of advice for him is exactly what Rand said. Like, shut up. It's just one of them things, you know what I'm saying? With Cheyenne, it's like, hey, baby, I'm going to rub your back. Like, just
she don't never say that.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
She don't never say
in
that.
In the dating phase, Cheyenne said, hey, I'm going to rub your back tonight if you just shut up. Like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, look, that would get me to shut up real quick.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
throw in the feet, and we can really talk.
She rubbed that elbow a little bit more.
Come on now, put that in there. Like, put that in the back now.
You've closed it, essentially. Like, so shut up and go train. So Cruel's got it now.
Yeah.
Let's hear from Rand Carthon on the Sorsby situation.
Well, the NFL making a strong statement today. This may not be over. Brendan Sorsby's attorney, Jeffrey Kessler, told ESPN that it is, quote, a violation of the CBA and the law, and we will pursue this immediately with the NFLPA. So we may not be done here yet. Do you have something to say?
Can I just say something real quick? And Ryan and I, we talked about this, and I'm sorry. But, and I get from a legality standpoint, you know, and as an attorney, you have to do what you have to do. But for the people that are around Brendan Sorsby right now, y'all have done enough talking. Right? Let's just move forward. Let's figure out a way to move forward. This young man has been through a lot from the time he was found in violation of breaking the law or the rules or whatever the case may be in terms of gambling, to Texas Tech coming out making a ton of statements, to the agent coming out making a ton of statements, to now the attorney coming out. And listen, the best thing for this kid and through the eyes of NFL front offices is to take your punishment and move forward. That's the only way through for this kid and for allow him to just push forward in his life. At this point, too many other, let's call them adults, are making too many statements on this kid's behalf that are only going to hurt him down the road.
So that's Rand Carthon with CBS. Shout out to Emily Proud, teeing Rand up on that.
That's a homie.
Couple of Nashville folks there with Nashville ties. But Jeffrey Kessler is the attorney who is getting dragged right. You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Paul knows everybody, dude. He knows everybody.
Like, I've dealt with Jeffrey Kessler. His son is also an agent with Athlete First, if I'm not mistaken, too. So, like, it's known knowledge. Like, I'm not saying anything that you can't. So they know this world. They know this game.
He's not, like, new to this.
No, he's not new to this. Like, I don't want to call it performative and them backing up, you know, Brendan Sorsby. But here's the thing. In order for you to have somebody to fight for you, you have to also show them that you're pouring into it. Right now, Brendan Sorsby is not a part of the NFLPA. He hadn't signed an NFL contract that allows him this defense. Like, yes, this is an NFL situation that they're saying, we're just not choosing to open our doors today. It's just like Hattie B's right now. They can let this garage door down, and we just have to deal with it, right? That's essentially what the NFL is doing. It's like, no, we're good. And then the other side of this as well is like teams have to also have an interest in Brendan Sorsby. Like, I don't think that people understand, like, in order for you to have a supplemental draft, like, there has to be interest from teams to say, I'll put a 5th round on him. I'll put a 3rd round on him. And you got to be willing to give that up next year. No team is willing to essentially step into that box ring and do that. And, like, that's a part of the Kessler side of it to me. And it's not disparaging him. It's just the way it kind of goes with this union stuff. You have to pay dues into a union to get representation. And right now, Sorsby doesn't have the representation. Now, Kessler can represent him, but to sue the NFL on behalf of players' rights, like, he doesn't have any NFL rights right now. Other than the fact that the NFL says, yeah, we're cool. We don't need to.
Which is what confuses me, Moan, because like you said, Kessler's been around the block. Kessler has won against the NFL before with the Freeman McNeil situation. Like, he has gone up against the NFL and won before. So Jeffrey Kessler knows Brendan Sorsby doesn't have NFLPA rights. So is this just a billable hours thing? Or like you said, like I
told one of my guys, I said, screw football. I should have went into sports law. Like that, because that's essentially what this is. Between him and his agent right now, like Rand was right, and that's kind of the way I felt about it as well. Like, when you look at what his agent's trying to do is trying to get a situation where this guy can get more of all of the money he's left behind. I think when you listen to him speak last week, he was so complimentary of the people in the council at Texas Tech. No, they've done everything they were supposed. Yeah, because they probably gave you close to $4 million to walk away. Word, fire me and tell me to walk away, and I'm be like, you know what, man, they were so gracious, y'all. They had the best Longhorn steaks I've ever had in my life. Yeah, he's supposed to do that. Listen to what he's speaking about. He's trying to, I think he's embarrassed Sorsby more than he thought.
Yeah.
I think he thought the Texas Tech money was bigger and more powerful than he than he really knew. And when the Big 12 last week sent down a lawsuit because of Texas Tech putting their own foot in their mouth, and they said they essentially said they weren't going to sue Texas Tech until Texas Tech filed a lawsuit against them. And they realized, this is a big dog law firm out of, I think, Oklahoma. Their billings, per hour is close to $700 per hour.
Cha-ching!
700. You know what that 15 minutes on the call? $700.
Oh yeah, it's just like a plumber or anybody else. An hour is an hour. 10 minutes is an hour.
Is an hour, man. And I think Texas Tech realized that, and they were suing for them to pay their fees as well. I hate it for Sorsby. I do. I'm a Care Bear. I hate this for him. But to say that you had a problem with only doing 27 days or 28 days in rehab, lies. This is where I was 2 weeks ago. I'm all for mental health. I think we all have outlets that we talk to people, and try to get all of that depression out and stuff like that. I hate that he flagrantly used mental health as a crutch for your addiction. That's my stance on it, and I'm okay with having that opinion.
See, I feel like the best thing he could do is probably come out and go, you know what, everybody? I was in over my head. I listened to my lawyers, and I listened to my agents, and I listened to the people around me, and I thought that they had my best interest at heart, but I was wrong. I made yet another mistake, and I'm here bearing it in front of all of y'all. I have fired my representation. I'm dropping all my litigations. I'm going to accept my punishment, and I will be entering into the 2027 draft. And between here and then, he needs to be having as many free football camps, going to Special Olympics,
helping ladies across the street,
free haircuts for kids,
walking dogs.
It's anything he can do to be
free
in the public.
Haircuts for kids.
Whatever. He's I went to barber school and learned how to fade just for y'all, man. Everybody come up here, free fades.
Listen, I'm trying to get my shoe drive together this fall. If you want to donate to me,
there
come
you go.
on there,
I'm telling you, he needs to be betting pun intended, on himself in this process. He needs to be going to the Peyton Manning Passing Academy, hanging out with Peyton, being like, look at us, big old noggin dudes. He just needs to be a good boy, because when Christmas comes this year, it ain't coming in December, it's coming in March.
Yes, it is. Be a good boy.
Exactly. You need to be a good boy. That's what if you're listening, just be a good boy.
That's it, but I'm with you. The advice that he's gotten has been bad. I had one of my sources, not my words, say that he got too cocky. Sorsby and his camp did. And it almost called him a narcissist with how he's going about this. I do think when you bet like that, we know dudes that just get every girl in the bar, right? That dude can never do no wrong in his eyes.
It's tough to live like that.
Bert, man, I ain't want to call you out on that, man. You engaged.
It's a blessing and a curse, he says.
Yeah, but that's it. Some dudes don't know how to live in the world of no and rejection. And I think Brendan Sorsby, with what he's done at Cincinnati, has lived the quarterback life high, has gained money from them, has been coddled and covered by everybody, and it got magnified when he got this big old deal from Texas Tech. And them type of dudes, man, we look at us man, that dude never loses. Bullshiano.
Yep.
It eventually gets you, and I think that's just where he is, and it sucks that he had to learn in front of everybody. That's my human side of it.
I wonder if the lawyer didn't see what Trinidad Chambliss was able to do, and he's like, it's not a 1-for-1, but it's still going to the court and saying and arguing for your guy and saying he should be able to play. And they saw that and went, all right, it ain't a Tennessee judge. They ain't got no morals. We can do this. And they were right.
For real.
I could be bought. Just like I am a poor man. I could be bought. God knew what he was doing, not making me into a politician or a judge, because I would fold. I would fold over on my constituents. They'd be like, we'll give you $1 million to pollute that lake. Run it up. I like fish with legs. It don't bother me.
I buy bottled water anyway.
Yeah, I got a Brita. You think I care about the municipal water sources?
No,
Give me that quick check.
See, he's cool with this until we talk about the Nashville Zoo, though.
Oh, nope. See, data center, no data centers. Cut them down.
Gotta go.
No, what are them little lemurs and zebras going to do when the electric field changes and all of a sudden zebras like, I wonder what meat tastes like. We don't know what's going to happen. We should just let them be.
Yeah,
go put that in dang Dixon or something. They ain't nothing but squirrels, deer, and possum up there.
No, there's some fine folks in Dixon, all right? Take it easy.
I don't know not one of them. Put them over there.
They ain't listening to Hohenwald. Send them over down there. Send them over there.
A little further out.
Okay, we're doing it in North Carolina. Send it to Fayetteville, Vietnam. Send them over there.
Chattanooga getting too cute over here. Send them over there on the Chattanooga.
Oh, y'all think y'all so cool and hippie. Oh, come down the river. Come to our brewery. How about visit the data center? That's what they got to look forward to.
Hey, you'll be able to visit a Hattie B's in Chattanooga before long.
Look at he's always working. Hey, they should be ABC. Always be.
Always be
I thought it was
cashing in.
selling. I thought always be closing. That's what it is. Always be closing.
2 minds. We'll get a word.
Yeah, well,
together.
eventually. I know letters.
Y'all let me play on y'all radio show like this.
Our radio show. What do you think we've been doing?
You told me we had 3 topics we was going to hit on. We only joked around with one.
Ramon Foster is here. Okay, Nate Ament.
Yeah.
You like the situation for him?
I do like the situation for him, man. Knowing that he still got development. The teams, can we hate on, what's it, Dusty May? Can we do that real quick, though, too?
Oh,
Just
you mean Musty Day?
Musty Day.
Oh, Musty Day.
Because he went down there to Dallas, and Nate Ament was mocked there to Dallas. He goes down to Dallas, become head coach, and go get his friggin' guy, man. Like, what are we doing? What, Morentz?
Yes.
Morentz him down the Dallas River is what he needs to do.
That's Robert after spending an hour outside starting his day. Damn, it's already a musty day.
He put it in a sentence. Get it together, Bert. Come on now.
I got clinical strength on today. We ain't musting it up.
Boy, they got Miller High Life 40s back there.
When you talked about the 40s, I was like, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Do I really want to play Edward 40 Hands with Lucas today? I do, but I like my job. I don't want to get in trouble. No, I'll be playing Edward 40 Hands tonight.
Yeah, you will.
At Green Light.
Green Light Bar, karaoke night.
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to sing. I think I'm going to sing a Toby Keith song, but I don't know what.
Don't cry.
No, I ain't going to cry. He got some bangers. Now I'll be like, I want to talk about me. Want to talk about I. Want to talk about number one on my what I think, what I like, what I know, what I want, what I see. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're going to be doing tonight.
Hey, listen, but Nate Ament, we got to go back to it, okay? Great situation, great city for him. The development side of it, what they sold away or what they bought with Giannis leaving gives the young guys room to grow. And another selfish part I like it for is the Vols got a lottery pick. Like, that to me was huge. I was looking at him after eight was gone to Dallas or whatever. I was just like, dang, where's he going to fall? Atlanta picked the point guard. And then you also had the Golden State side of it was Yaxel Lindenberg, too. Like, Nate plays that position, but, like, they need a ready-made now. Yaxel Lindenberg fits what they need. And I also look at that as a contingency plan for Draymond Green at some point in time, too. He's a bully, I think, or can play that bully role. I hope he, just elbows Draymond one time.
I keep forgetting Draymond's still playing, man. Like, they got him on the NBA desk with Charles and them, and it's that man is still playing
his
NBA career.
Can I still play? Hold on, let me. Yeah, I can still punch. I can still strike.
I'm speaking of that. He had a pivot interview with Ryan Clark. I know you don't like him, okay, Bertie?
I like Ryan. I ain't got no problem with Ryan.
I just like to play the game from time to time. But he did everything but own up to him beating the crap out of Jordan Poole. He was like, man, in that moment, I realized that maybe he's not from where I'm from. No,
in that moment, you realize what your knuckles felt like on his face and watch his body crumble.
Yeah, seriously.
We saw the video.
You snuffed him real quick, man. Like, y'all in NBA practice. I hated that from him.
Snuffed.
Yeah, listen now.
Who has been the most? You've been out at Titans practice. We have not been able to go. Buck has been there, but I don't really trust the information that he's able. You know, everybody may see the same thing, but when they come back, they may not say the same thing.
Well, Buck will watch practice and then just come back and regurgitate what the people next to him said out loud about practice. You know what I mean? Like, he's not good at formulating those opinions for himself. You are, I believe. So
why y'all know him so well?
I know, right? What will be your lasting impression of Titans minicamp as we wait for training camp to get here?
I think the floor is raised higher, but not high enough to say this is the year. Like, and I think Saleh's been slightly, if you listen to him in his pressers, tempering that expectation. Like, Cam's still got to grow up. Not in a sense of maturity, but like in his professional career.
Right.
And this isn't an anti-Cam campaign by saying this, but like, I still believe, and this has been my spot with him, he's a co-star in this movie. He's a co-star that could win an Oscar. The stars of this movie is his defense. It's those veterans. And I think it's flagrant for the fans to expect Cam to just take that magical jump just because it's year 2 for him. Like, the way this team is set up with a new offense, new OC, new head coach, new Jessica Maddox, and just quarterback coach Shea Tierney being like, there's a lot of new with Cam. I don't deny he's going to press. He's going to be good. But I think you'll feel better about the season if you say on the outlook of Cam, if he takes these steps, taking care of the ball in the pocket, completions when you have to have them, taking the layups when they're supposed to be there as well, you'll feel pleasantly pleased with his progression as a pro. What you don't want is to be at this situation. I know Jaden Daniels dealt with injuries and stuff, but that sophomore slump or slumper for Cam, like taking the proper steps. Will he use his feet? And like, what I would say is this, with how I've seen the Giants offense and what I've seen in the open practice and a couple close, this offense will be fit for Cam. And I think you'll see why Dable was trying to convince the Giants to say, we'll give all of this to work with Cam.
So he needs to be more Chris Tucker, less Denzel.
Man, yes, man. It's yes, man. It's exactly what that is. But it's only right, though. Like, you judge a quarterback by year 3. This is the way I kind of explain it. This is your shocker to the league. You can have a Jaden Daniels type of year, or you can have a Caleb Williams type of year, or Bryce Young. Then it's the adjustment. Where do I get better? Year 1, I didn't take care of the ball. My body wasn't right. My feet weren't right the way I needed them to. Watch those things. And then year 3, he's had the welcome. He's had the readjustment. Now how can we stack them? Like, I'm not telling you not to be optimistic about the 2026 season. What I'm saying is, don't look at Cam as your Lord and Savior on Sundays. That falls on the defense to me, which is why look at all the body parts they've got. Like, it's so many parts on this team that you say, that guy can play, he can play, he can play. Like Tony Adams on the back end of this thing, and looking at the second year, being surrounded by more vets, and Winston, like Kevin Winston. Like, that's where I'm at with it this year. So Buck's assessment, I saw him the day he came in, too, or the next day when he was talking, Cam didn't have a good day. I'm like, Buck, don't do this, because – if you watch the progressions of the throws, like there were a couple layups there I thought he should have had, just being completely transparent with you. But there's some of them where he had a safety down the middle, and he couldn't force that ball down the goal post. Then the other play, guy played outside, and Cam took the ball too far inside. Like, that is an adjustment of practice and development type of play right there. And I think Saleh stated it. Dable also stated it as well. It's just like each day is different. And some will go out there and, boy, Mr. Biscuit killed it today, or Levis killed it today. 2 totally different scripts, and they're not repeating plays. Like Cam plays aren't the 2s and 3s plays. And I also say this too, this team's job is to get who ready mostly? Cam. So Cam's ability to be more challenged, see in-game plays they're going to call, it's the difference, I think, in the 2. When the backup comes in, most times you look at that situation and say, don't bleep this up. And that's usually the type of script those guys kind of get from time to time, because you don't plan for the backup to get starter reps. Am I making sense?
You're making
too much sense.
Marginal improvement, man. That's all we're
Think
looking
about
for.
Snoop Huntley
in
was getting Lamar
2026.
reps.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. We should sit on this couch more often.
I'll stay for the next segment if you guys.
Oh, don't play with me.
I'll do it.
Don't play.
Ramon
I'll do
Foster
it.
hanging out. We're couching it at Hattie B's, the
This
brand new
couch got me.
location in East Nashville. Folks are filing in, eating some hot chicken, hanging out in this incredible outdoor space with TVs and a fresh breeze. Come see us and join us coming up next, SEC Observations. We didn't even talk about the beatdown that traditional legacy powerhouse SEC program Oklahoma put down on your beloved ACC North Carolina Tar Heels.
It was home cooking.
Oh, really?
It was, yeah.
In Omaha, Nebraska?
Yeah, they were going to win it sooner or later.
13-2, Game 3
that was
final.
good, man. He gonna gloss over it.
No, don't try to laugh us into submission over here.
No,
we got words for you today.
Now, let's talk about the NBA draft. Let's have some words because in the top 10, it looked like one. Turn to page 2. 3 ACC players and only. Oh, dang. I can't count.
What?
One. Only one SEC player.
Because we beat ourselves down all year. You guys play a softball over there, man. That's all.
Oh, yes. Duke, Louisville, UNC, Syracuse. Just cupcakes. Everybody's a cupcake, you know?
No doubt, but I heard you. I slandered you so well on Tuesday, my brother.
Hey, if anybody was going to lose, I'm glad it was them.
Oh, you can't play
if anybody was going to lose, I'm glad it was
heard
them.
him last week.
He hates North Carolina.
Oh, the big badass. She what? What's your home? Big Papa came home. Huh? You guys on this jumping in this.
Well, you put 7 of the dang 9 teams or whatever the hell it was. You put like 20 teams in the dang thing. So I'm glad one of them could win.
You know what won it? Shout out to Hattie B's. You want to know what won it?
What was it?
Fried chicken.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the story of what Coach did?
No, what happened?
I think they lost like 3-4 series in a row is what it was. Oklahoma did. And their coach said, man, screw this. We got to get back to what we know. So he put them through like a hard, rigorous like practice, like 2-3 hours worth of practice time, right? And said, we're going to go have fried chicken. And he pretty much removed all restrictions, like we going to work hard and we going to break bread. And if you notice them in their like dugouts and stuff like that, like the fried chicken was the reason. Like, it might not have been fried chicken every time, but the motivation was good.
Kept them loose.
So
I've heard Slay, and speaking of fried chicken, they don't have Hattie B's in Norman, Oklahoma, so that's sad for them. We do in Nashville, and there's a brand new one in East Nashville with this incredible outdoor event space that is starting to fill out here. Folks are going to come watch the soccer games later. Incredible spot. Come see us on Gallatin Ave. Slay has talked about this on his time at Tennessee, where they went into a season, and I'm paraphrasing the story he told on 3HL, and basically said, like, boy, we're shutting this down. We're taking this seriously.
Yeah.
It's all basketball. We're cutting out the partying. We're cutting out the fun stuff. We're locked in.
Yeah.
And said they were awful to start the year. And at some point they had to say, all right, screw it. Let's go back to being ourselves. And that's when they started playing their best ball. Is there anything to that? Have you ever had an instance like that where you just got to cut out those restrictions and be loose?
Like, just be loose, man. Like, it is that. Like, I went through a stretch or two where it's just like I couldn't stop this move, couldn't do this move, and I'm in practice over pressing it. I just had my dog, Mark, keeps pouncing on. Chill the bleep out. Just go do it. Like, and that's what it kind of turns into. Like, man, we got this thing. We have fun with this. And I think that's what it is. You forget why you're doing it. Like, this was fun. Go back to 7-8 years old. Bert, I'm continually hitting you. God, my bad.
No, he's got my shoulder bruised, but that's all right. That's fine.
Go back to why you were doing it. Before the scholarships were involved, before the money was involved, before coaches were involved. Man, this is fun to me. And I think we forget that. So, yeah, loosening up a little bit kind of helps, like the Dennis Rodman Bull story. Coach, he need to go to Vegas.
I wish y'all would fight for me like that. Paul.
Boss man.
Paul.
You don't understand.
Yeah, Bert needs to go to Helsinki and just spend a weekend with some fine Swedish women. He just needs to hang out with some blonde baddies in a dang grotto for a little bit. And they go, okay, we'll send Bert off, hang out with the Swedish baddies.
Listen, man, it's like that sometimes, and like that's
Helsinki's in Finland, by the way.
Is it in Finland? Appreciate the geography.
We gonna move it when I get there.
But that's what it is, though, man. Like the game, like you forget sometimes as a player why you play. Like some of my best blocks came in the moments that I didn't think about it. You're like, I was loose. Movement, my train movements were all in place right there. The time I over try to press something, man, is where I messed up. It's just
you
crazy.
are not going to overpress if you come to Hattie B's today. We're in East Nashville. We're hanging out. I'll give y'all a tour. I'll take this camera on the road and show y'all how cool this space is when we don't have a high-profile guest like Ramon Foster sitting down with us. But this is a cool place, man. There is literally anything you could think of that you'd want to have when you're hanging out with your buddies.
Yeah.
Like they got
Cool breeze.
The Connect Four. They got
bocce.
Pin football. They got
Cornhole.
bocce ball, cornhole.
TVs, pool.
Yeah, I can't think of nothing besides
chicken.
the fact that y'all ain't here and I ain't had no chicken yet. I was thinking this day couldn't get no better, and I ain't even had the chicken yet.
Zach, what do we have to give away for the dumbest thing in sports this week?
We have 2 tickets at Bridgestone Arena to see Post Malone this Tuesday, June 30th.
Post Malone on Tuesday. All right. 2 tickets, the best submission for the dumbest thing in sports this week. Gets the ticket, 615-737-1045. The dumbest thing in sports this week is next. It is 11 a.m. Good morning, broadcasting live from the brand new Hattie B's on Gallatin Ave in East Nashville. I'm Lucas Panzica. The NBA draft was held last night in New York, and Tennessee forward Nate Ament heard his name called with the number 13 overall pick. He will join the Milwaukee Bucks, who acquired that pick in the blockbuster trade that sent Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Miami Heat. Ament is the highest drafted Tennessee player since Marcus Haislip in 2002, who also went 13 to Milwaukee. A.J. DeBonsa was the number 1 pick to the Wizards. The Grizzlies selected Duke star Cameron Boozer at number 3 overall. On Tuesday, the NFL decided it will not hold a supplemental draft in 2026, blocking Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby from entering the league until the 2027 draft. Sorsby had declared for the supplemental draft amid this legal mess surrounding his eligibility to play college football this season, despite admitting to gambling on his own team while at Indiana. In other NFL news, the Falcons gave tight end Kyle Pitts a 3-year, $54 million extension. It includes $36 million guaranteed, the largest 3-year extension for a tight end in NFL history. In World Cup news, Cristiano Ronaldo bounced back yesterday, 2 goals and a 5-0 rout by Portugal of Uzbekistan. He is the first to score in 6 different World Cups at the age of 41. The final round of group stage play begins today at 2, Canada facing Switzerland, Bosnia facing Qatar. For all your foundation repairs and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone. Six 615-737-1045. That's how you get in to give us your dumbest thing in sports this week. The best submission is headed to see Post Malone at Bridgestone Arena on Tuesday. 2 tickets to go see Post. Again, 615-737-1045 as we broadcast live from this incredible new Hattie B's location, the outdoor hangar event space behind the restaurant itself and the little patio with the cornhole and bocce ball. It's fun seeing people's reactions when they walk in and see it for the first time. This is the grand opening. Zach walked in like mind blown. Like, this place is insane. Come by, watch some of the soccer, hanging out today and through the course of the next few weeks. Great spot, enjoying the cool breeze and the best hot chicken in the world. Speaking of the soccer this week, the dumbest thing in sports this week, Robert, is FIFA President Gianni Infantino.
Oh, what did Infantino do?
Johnny.
You know, you know what I call him?
Zio Johnny.
Yep, you know it.
Yep, Uncle Johnny. That's what you call him.
Well, I called him Infantino, like an infant. Tino.
So, as you know, this World Cup has been Americanized in a few different ways, one of them being hydration breaks, a.k.a. commercials in the middle of each half. So these games are basically split up into quarters now. We're about 22 minutes into each half. When there's a stoppage, the ref calls for a hydration break. Players go back to the sideline. It's about 2 to 3 minutes where Fox gets to play commercials during a soccer game, which has never really been done in my soccer watching lifetime outside of halftime. Fans hate it. It disrupts the rhythm of a game, the momentum of a game. And obviously it's being propped up as a player safety matter, right? And there have been rules about hydration breaks in the past when it's above 85 degrees. I can't remember what the threshold was. You were required to have a hydration break. That's all fine. They didn't go to commercial, but you were required to have a hydration break. But now they've implemented it into every game. There was a game in Canada last week that was like 67 degrees with the light drizzle of rain where they called for a hydration break. It's like, dude, these guys are professional athletes, man. It's okay. But Gianni Infantino has defended them amid criticism that it's simply a ploy for advertising money. It couldn't be that, right?
No
It couldn't
way.
be that. Gianni Infantino,
chance.
he says, quote, they are purely a sporting matter, insisting that FIFA gains absolutely nothing financially from these hydration breaks. He says, no. These commercial deals with the networks are done beforehand. They are the only ones that benefit financially. We are in it for player safety.
I believe him.
Oh, sure. There's no incentivizing principle, right, for networks to want to spend more money on these broadcasts because they can stand to make more money with these hydration breaks. That's not a factor here for FIFA, right? Gianni Infantino is the dumbest thing in sports this week. But at this point, I almost respect the way he gets up there and just ardently defends FIFA, like price gouging fans, misleading fans, shamelessly putting in hydration breaks to make more money on advertising. And he's up there like, no, listen, we don't benefit at all from any of this stuff,
Who's
okay?
making the commercial money?
Everybody's overreacting.
I don't see any of it.
What's your dumbest thing in sports this week?
Okay, I got a choice for you. You can choose. This is a choose-your-own-adventure, dumbest thing in sport edition. Would you rather someone did something out of work that reshaped their professional life forever, or something that can happen in the World Cup today that will change the planet forever?
Well, hold on. I'm trying to wrap my mind around the situation you just presented.
Yeah.
One more time?
So you can either pick someone did something outside of their job that changed their professional life forever.
Any person.
No, it's just a person. He's a specific person from
Okay.
New York, or something that's going to happen today during the World Cup that is going to change the world forever.
I feel like you are walking me into a corner.
I'll pick the one that I think would interest you the most. This is the tweet I saw this morning. Today is the day. A Brazilian psychic with 23 million plus followers claims that a UFO mothership will appear above Hard Rock Stadium during Brazil and Scotland in the 2026 World Cup on June 24th.
Oh, that's
she
today.
says that players, officials, and hundreds of fans could be abducted by alien beings before being returned, all on live TV. The prediction went viral after she claimed she had the same dream twice.
I have to briefly stop you because as you're reading that, the Pat McAfee segment right now in big bold letters at the bottom, it says, was Harry Kane cursed by a witch doctor?
No, it's not even saying that. They're saying Harry Kane was cursed by a witch doctor. So today, you could have not only the greatest alien spectacle we have ever seen, or this woman's a liar, and it's a farce, and psychics aren't real. Oh, yeah, that's me, too. Oh, my God.
So is she's going to, like, are we talking, like, Independence Day style? Or our hot chicken has arrived.
Oh, yeah. And the show. All right, appreciate you guys. Zach, play us a commercial so I can eat these fries and chicken.
Independence Day style, like a UFO is going to destroy Hard Rock Stadium?
Not destroy. She didn't say destroy.
Oh, just appear.
They are going to abduct players,
Oh.
officials, and fans before returning them all before the game is over.
Oh, they'll be returned safely.
Well, that's courteous of them because they know that fans are going to want to watch the end of Brazil and Scotland.
God, the VBS, no, that's Vacation Bible School. BVS,
battered
Vol syndrome.
Yes.
Like Brazilians have battered Brazil syndrome.
BBS.
Yes, because they are damaged by this team and the fact that they haven't won a title since 2002. So this is what we're resorting to at this point.
I believe in them. I think they're going to overcome the aliens, and they will overcome the Scottish, and Brazil will be victorious.
They better overcome the damn Scottish today. 615-737-1045. The best submission headed to see Post Malone. Let's start with Dan in Lewisburg up first.
Hey, guys. Hey, my dumb moment of the week is when Scotty Scheffler was forced to wear a bright orange jail jumpsuit and orange Crocs in his mugshot, following that bizarre supposed misunderstanding and brief detainment by the police outside the PGA Championship at Valhalla Golf Club.
Okay. Thank you, Dan. We're going back a ways there. Going back 1 to 2 years. Statute of limitations for this segment, typically within a week.
I think something came out this week, like the photo of it.
Oh, okay.
Came out.
So if it is new news, then Dan will remain eligible for the tickets.
Did you spell Scheffler correctly?
I spell everything correctly.
I don't see nothing about it. And they should have buried him underneath that jail. I don't remember what he did. Wasn't he just came in and they were like,
showed up.
You're not a golfer or something and arrested him?
Yeah, it was crazy.
That almost happens to me at every single remote that we do. They're like, sir, you're not allowed to be here yet. You got to get out of here.
Brandon in Nashville's next. Hey, Brandon.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good, man. What you got?
Good. So to add on to the crazy UFO stuff in Miami, Scotland is also out in Miami because there was a hijacker on TV that took over and was just dropping F-bombs and announcing Scotland's arrival. So it's not just Brazil, it's also Scotland.
Hold on.
But yeah, Miami is magnetic.
Are you saying, like, what, on local television in Miami, somebody, like, grabbed a mic from a reporter or something?
Yeah, it was for a Marlins game. It was right before the World Scotland against Brazil.
And it was a Scottish person.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you can't trust them. We met a bunch of them over the weekend with their man purses and their kilts. I'm just.
Hey, they got good eggs. They got good eggs.
I'm cool with their eggs. They got good butter too. I mean, that's Irish butter. I don't know.
Okay, 615-737-1045. Dan, thank you for the call. Remember to stay on hold for your chance to win the tickets. The best submission for the dumbest thing in sports this week is headed to see Post Malone, mistakenly said at Bridgestone. It is at Nissan Stadium on Tuesday.
Much bigger show.
But it is Tuesday all the same. Have you seen the videos of these Scottish fans descending upon Miami?
I haven't, but they're going to be burnt. I'll tell you that.
Of all of the 48 fan bases that are in the United States, Canada, and Mexico right now, none are more unhinged than the Scottish fans. None. And I don't think it's close, man. They're in their first World Cup since '98, and they are taking over. Justin in Franklin is next. Hey, Justin.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My dumbest thing in sports is the NYPD mistaking Tyler Kolek as an overzealous fan. I'm gonna put this out there. I think that's reverse racism, dog.
Sorry, mistaking who?
Tyler Kolek, the rookie on the New York Knicks, he was in the parade, and they thought he was just a fan.
No way.
He's an unassuming white guy.
Oh, my
that
goodness.
plays for them, and they're like, "Sir, you're not supposed to be here." He's like, "I'm on the team. I played in 68 games this year."
Oh, my goodness. So was he detained, or the cops just almost detained him?
Well, he's walking through the middle.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm seeing the video. He, unassuming white dude, walking through high-fiving fans.
And they're like,
and then
sir,
one
sir.
officer comes over. You can't be here, sir. You can't. Oh, my goodness. There's multiple cops trying to escort him back before officials have to come over and say, no, he's literally an NBA champion. Wow. Fantastic submission. Leader in the clubhouse from Justin.
Before we get out of here, I'll tell you what my backup was because it has to do with the Knicks parade. So did you see that on the sides of the roads they had Knicks-colored trash cans? They painted them where the mesh was blue and the frame was orange. They looked really cool. Well, there was a video of a woman pouring all of the trash out of one and taking it home with her. That woman has now been identified as J.P. Morgan Chase DEI executive, and she was fired from her job
for dumping out the trash.
Yes, they found her, and it's crappy that she did this and stole it, but also, what the hell does that have to do with her job at J.P. Morgan? Like, that would, be me getting fired from my job here because I borrowed something from J.C. Penney's.
Okay.
They were nice
Which
earrings.
didn't happen.
Dude,
Kevin in Nashville is next. Hey, Kevin. Kevin, all right, what you got?
Sorry, my dumbest thing is there was, for the World Cup and everything, there was a French reporter who was scolding a Belgian player for going back home to see the birth of his son for the first time.
Yes, thank you, Kevin. No, it's a good submission by you. Remember to stay on hold for your chance to win the tickets. We had somebody win tickets yesterday as their Oh No submission for this exact reason. Belgian star Jeremy Doku missed a few days of training to go witness the birth of his child and come back for the next Belgium game.
Yeah,
and
that
he
was
getting
lame.
roasted.
He should have got roasted. You can have a kid every 9 months. The World Cup's only once every 4 years, dude.
You're not wrong about that.
Oh, somebody in the Olympics is like, oh, no, sorry, can't do my event. My kid's being born. Like, name him racquetball and then just go do it, dude.
All right, that was Kevin. Elijah in Lebanon's next. Hey, Elijah.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What you got?
My submission is about Milwaukee trading Giannis to Miami. I just don't see why you would trade a superstar versus just building around him.
Well, it's a full rebuild in Milwaukee. I'm not going to pretend to know the ins and outs of the Bucks organization and the direction they thought they were headed with Giannis, but it's an opportunity now for Nate Amen, and it is Elijah's dumbest thing in sports. Colby in Hendersonville will round us out. Hey, Colby. Colby going once.
Come on, Colby.
Colby going twice.
Stay with us, Colby. I believe in you. Come on.
Besides that, Brendan Sorsby threatening or proposing to sue the NFL to give him one additional chance to get into the supplemental draft or to create a supplemental draft for him.
Thank you for the call, Colby. Remember to stay on hold for your chance. So, I think it should be between Colby and the Brendan Sorsby submission and Justin and Franklin for cops trying to accost a New York Knicks NBA champion because he's a white dude that doesn't look like an NBA player to them.
You decide.
I love the submission from Justin, but Brendan Sorsby is the dumbest thing in sports this week. Yeah. I think Colby should get the tickets. Appreciate everybody being involved. Colby, you're headed to Post Malone. Remember to stay on hold so that Zach can hook you up back there Tuesday at Nissan Stadium. Speaking of Brendan Sorsby, we're going to eat this hot chicken out at the brand new Hattie B's in East Nashville. NFL headlines are next.
Oh, it couldn't get much hotter at Hattie B's today. We've got the hot chicken, we've got hot new deals, and we've got hot young quarterbacks being kicked out of the league. You're not coming in our league, not till next year, buddy. For all those headlines and more, we go to one Lucas Panzica. Sorry, I'm doing that to cool my tongue off from this chicken.
So we got the medium quarter bird, dark meat. I got the Southern Greens, the pimento mac and cheese. You got coleslaw and fries. The bread, the spice-soaked bread underneath, always a key component. And we are out at the brand new Hattie B's in East Nashville. Come hang out. It is filling out nicely. A lot of folks are hanging out, enjoying the sunshine, the breeze, big open space, televisions, pool, games, and, of course, the best hot chicken in the world. Download the Hattie B's app today. You can order ahead of time. Okay, so we've talked plenty about the Brendan Sorsby stuff, but to dive a little bit deeper into it, because for the most part, I think people know that the NFL decided it will not have a supplemental draft, that Brendan Sorsby's attorney, in response, said this is a violation of the law, this is a violation of NFLPA rights, even though Sorsby's attorney knows damn well that Sorsby has nothing to do with the NFLPA as somebody that is not currently an NFL player. They're telling him, no, bud, you got to wait until the 2027 NFL draft. You're not allowed to play football this year. Here is the letter from Larry Ferrazzani.
Oh, that's Italian, dude. You better get that right.
Ferrazzani of the NFL Management Council to Brendan Sorsby. I think this letter is fascinating. So, dear Mr. Sorsby, I'm not going to read the whole thing. But
please.
The Spark notes. We are in receipt of your petition for special eligibility. As announced earlier today, the league has elected not to conduct a supplemental draft this year. Under our collective bargaining agreement, the league retains sole discretion to determine whether it is appropriate to conduct a supplemental draft in any year. The league has not conducted such a draft for several years, and prior to your submission, the league had no plans to do so this year, as no other player has sought entry. Your petition, filed 3 business days before the deadline, without any supporting information or documentation, and only after abandoning your recent litigation efforts to avoid NCAA sanctions, does not provide a basis for the league to alter those plans. The issues presented by your petition are too significant and too closely tied to the league's core integrity interests to permit meaningful review within the timeline presented. He goes on, the sole reasons identified in your petition are that you have been, quote, declared ineligible by the NCAA, that you have, quote, exhausted all of your avenues to continue in the NCAA, and you, quote, want to now play in the NFL. The petition provides no information regarding the basis for or timing of the NCAA's decision. Public sources, however, indicate that in May 2026, the NCAA issued a determination declaring you permanently ineligible from participation in college athletics based on a sustained pattern of improper gambling activity during your collegiate career. Finally, the league does not have the complete record of the NCAA's investigation, and you did not provide any such materials with your petition. Available info nonetheless indicates that over the course of your career, you knowingly engaged in repeated and significant violations of NCAA rules designed to preserve the integrity of athletic competition. Reported conduct includes placing wagers on your own team and teammates and to avoid detection, establishing or funding accounts in the names of intermediaries. We know everything Brendan Sorsby did. This is the biggest thing about the letter here. Your petition does not address these matters, nor does it demonstrate accountability for your conduct or indicate whether or how you would adhere to the league's rules and policies governing the integrity of competition. Instead, after receiving notice of the NCAA's decision, you sought to avoid the consequences of that determination through litigation rather than accepting responsibility for your actions, and you pursued entry into the NFL only after abandoning those efforts. As Commissioner Goodell has emphasized, participation in the NFL is a privilege that carries with it significant responsibilities, including accountability. And he concludes by saying, you are a talented player with the potential for future success. We encourage you to focus on preparing for possible entry into the NFL through the 2027 NFL Annual Draft. Sincerely, Lawrence P. Ferranzani, Jr.
All right, for all you laymen out there, Sorsby was putting his hands over his butt when his daddy was about to give him a whooping, and he said, quit putting your hands back here. And the NFL just continued to spank him. Just keep getting spanked. Quit that now. Or when your daddy gets home, he going to do it too.
Man, the audacity of Sorsby and his team to at no point along the way, other than admit Sorsby into a rehab facility for his addiction, even hint at any level of accountability is crazy, man.
And
to have that approach with the NFL, well, they won't let me do it, so I want to come play with you guys, and I want to do it now. Are you kidding me?
That's why I think that because he is being propped up, or at least his message is being propped up by his lawyer, his agent, his team, that he needs to have a genuine moment where, I mean, I would almost put a video out and not put a statement. Like, I need to see him say this. I need to see on his face that he is sorry for this. Because, like, right now, everything that's being, like, from his lawyers, the agent, the fighting, all of that is being attributed to him. We don't know if that's really how he feels or if he's getting bad advice. So, like, again, my advice would be you need to come out and you need to make a statement. And you need to say something about how you realize the wrong you've done, you weren't trying to skirt, you were just following advice from your agents, you're willing to accept your punishment, and you're going to deal with the consequences. Say that and be done with it. We don't need to talk anymore about you trying to get in the NFL or try to go back to college football, trying to play somewhere, trying to play anywhere. Just eat it. Sometimes when you mess up, the best thing you can do is just man up. Just like that song from Book of Mormon, man up. It's time to man up. It's time to man up, Brendan Sorsby, and just admit you were wrong. They didn't say you could never come home. They didn't say you weren't invited back to Thanksgiving ever again. You just can't come till next year. Just chill out.
It's so mind-numbing to me, Robert, and I'm so confused because Jeffrey Kessler has had a long and successful career as an attorney. So I'm so confused at the approach at every turn. Okay, it's one thing if you want to shamelessly take advantage of this broken college athletics landscape and how powerless the NCAA is and say, well, if a local judge is going to let us do it, then why not give it a go? Seemed like Texas Tech wasn't prepared for the amount of backlash, which is silly, but that's besides the point. But you know where the NFL stands on these things, man. It's so crazy to me that to have that approach, to turn to the NFL and do exactly what Roger Goodell back in 2011 said the NFL does not want to do, be a sanctuary for players that are denied eligibility at the college level and use the NFL as a backup plan. That's what the supplemental draft is for Brendan Sorsby.
Yep.
He exhausted everything he could to play for Texas Tech this year. Clearly that's not going to work. It's going to be a huge mess. So plan B was the supplemental draft. So, yeah, of course the NFL is going to be like, no, we're not going to be your plan B because you couldn't play college ball for gambling on your own team. What are we even talking about here?
No, I love the decision. I love everything they said. I feel like the NFL played this to the letter of the law like they should have. And the best part about this is he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt when players like Julian Sayin, C.J. Carr, Trinidad Chambliss, Darian Mensah, Drew Mestamaker, all of those dudes are doing the right thing, and they could still not get drafted in the second or third round. So it shook out the way it was supposed to shake out.
Did you see Mike Florio on this? Pro Football Talk?
I know exactly who he is. I don't really care about Florio's opinion, but interested what he had to say.
He tweeted the other day, the NFL's rules for supplemental draft eligibility don't include a purity test. If you were not eligible in April and you become eligible by late June, you are eligible for the supplemental draft.
Yeah, by the definition of what you were saying, that is true. But what he's not mentioning is it is at the discretion of the NFL to hold the supplemental draft. It is not a foregone conclusion that every year, if someone applies, they're going to hold it. They have the right to say, you know what, we don't have enough facts on this. It's at their discretion. Like, it's literally built so it's not a loophole. And I assume Florio's like, he didn't do anything wrong. He should get an opportunity to be in the draft.
I'm not going to pretend to be smart enough to know the ins and outs and legalese of this. But, of course, the NFL has the right to not hold a supplemental draft, right? Am I missing something? Are they beholden to if a player is asking to be made eligible for the supplemental draft? In what world are they required to say yes, especially with the player of that background? I mean, it's just crazy, man.
It makes no sense.
The whole thing has
doubling
just
down
been
and
insane.
fighting it is the dumbest part of this whole thing.
Yeah. And, by the way, he cannot just be a free agent because you're not eligible to be a free agent until you are eligible for a draft and you go undrafted.
Yes.
That is when you are eligible to be a free agent. So the Texans can't just say, screw you, NFL. We want him as a backup. Maybe he can replace C.J. Stroud, whose career seems to be dwindling barely before it started. So the whole thing has just been a disaster, and I think we all agree with Rand Carthon in this. Everybody just shut up. Everybody just shut up. It's in Brendan Sorsby's best interest if we don't hear a peep about him for the next 8 months or however long it is until the next NFL draft. And then he's got to face the music like everybody else instead of backdooring his way into an NFL opportunity. This is one time, I think, where we are all on board with the NFL's decision. 615-737-1045 is how you jump in. We are live at the brand new Hattie B's location in East Nashville. The Bishops are going to join us coming up next, Nick Sr. and Nick Jr., who have built this incredible company and restaurant with local Nashville roots. And there are some Nashville roots in this building that we're in, this kind of event space that has been here in this spot in East Nashville for a very long time, and they're honoring that tradition in a really cool way that I look really forward to hearing about. In other news, Robert, Kyle Pitts is an even richer man. A 3-year deal, $54 million, $36 million guaranteed. It is an $18 million average annual value, which is the third highest for a tight end. It is the largest 3-year contract for a tight end in NFL history.
So he's behind Trey McBride and is it Kelsey? Is it Kittle? Kittle.
Yep. Kittle makes $19 million a year. 19.1 a year. McBride makes 19.
I mean, every one of these deals is going to be inching up on each other, except for the center market. The center market will not be reset for another 55 years. Thank God for Tyler Linderbaum getting paid that huge amount of money. That's a lot of money for Kyle Pitts, man. And I think he got a sour taste in the average fan's mouth because of fantasy football. Like when he came out, he was promised to be this ultra great red zone target, and they're going to really love him down there. He's going to get so many points. And he's been good. He's been serviceable, but $18 million is a ton of money. I'm surprised they didn't want to allocate these funds to Bijan Robinson a little quicker than they did. They had Pitts on the franchise tag, which is probably outside of safety or specialist, one of the cheaper tags you can play on. So they went out. They not only gave him a raise, but they gave him a raise with an extension. Hopefully this works out for them. They're in a quarterback controversy currently with Penix trying to get on the right foot and not injure it. Tua trying to stay put together and not get pulverized. I don't love this move. I think they probably should have let him walk and allocate those funds elsewhere. But if you're going to keep your hometown guy in town, more power to you.
Drake London locked in. Kyle Pitts locked in. Bijan Robinson.
He's next. Matt Ryan has his work cut out for him. I will not say the name of their general manager because it's obvious that Matt Ryan has more power.
Kyle Pitts coming off the best season of his career since that rookie year where he went for 1,000 yards. His touchdown numbers were better in 2025, a career high, 5 touchdowns, 928 yards on 88 catches.
His touchdowns are a palindrome.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
His rookie year, 1 touchdown. His sophomore year, 2 touchdowns. That's probably not a palindrome, but
I don't know what that is.
I think palindromes are words that's like
Zach's
ABBA,
confirming
like
that it's
ABBA,
not a palindrome.
ABBA is a palindrome. Anna is a palindrome. Kyle Pitts, not a palindrome. Why just let me live in my own world of falsehoods?
737-1045.
Just let me lie, dude. Like y'all are listening to the show to get smarter. Like, come on now.
Brent in Franklin is next to talk about Brendan Sorsby. What's up, Brent?
Hey guys, thinking about this kid, one of his problems as far as getting into the NFL is the quarterback position is scrutinized on every play. So you see the best quarterbacks, but the most honest quarterbacks make plays like, what were you thinking? Didn't you see this defensive guy? Didn't you see this? Didn't you that? Or you fumbled, and here you're going to have this kid with this dark cloud hanging over his head about, that pick six was an accident, huh? I don't think so. So
thanks for the call.
It's going to follow him, and I don't know if any team is going to want to have to deal with that.
I agree. No, Brent, appreciate the call. Can you imagine, let's say, this is probably the funniest scenario we can pose.
All right, I'm imagining.
If Will Levis, prior to 2024, had any sort of gambling controversy, which he never did. This is a completely theoretical, hypothetical scenario. And then pulled that bleep that he pulled in those games against the Bears and the Jets, flipping it to Tajay and chucking it to a defender as he's falling down.
Those 3
Can
weeks
you
of
imagine?
radio would have been hell on earth.
You're right. So that's what we're talking about here, and it just continues to be stunning, mind-numbing, whatever you want to use. That Brendan Sorsby, at every turn, Brendan Sorsby's camp has just thought they can just find a solution here to face literally zero accountability for admitting to gambling on your own football team, the biggest cardinal sin in any organized sport since the beginning of organized sports.
Well, I think the biggest cardinal sin was when that running back fumbled last year before he crossed the goal line. That was
Zach doesn't want to talk about it. Zach lost some money. But Zach won some money yesterday. We're going to have Zach Lyons on at 12:20.
Okay.
To talk about the parlay that he hit earlier this week. That was impressive. And we will also do an expectation index with Zach on Carnell Tate.
Ooh.
We'll hear from Carnell Tate coming up in the noon hour as well. You guys got to come out here, man. It is a beautiful day. Whether it's on your lunch break or you're getting off of work, come through. Zach will be broadcasting live here from 1 to 3 as well on Gallatin Ave. Not directly across, but in the vicinity of the Publix in East Nashville on Gallatin across the street. You can't miss it. That iconic Hattie B's logo and this incredible event space in the back of the restaurant with a little patio game area in between. Great spot to hang out, watch games, and, of course, enjoy the best hot chicken in the world. Download the Hattie B's app today. Speaking of, the Bishops are going to join us. Nashville's finest, Nick Bishop, Jr. and Sr., sit down with us. Coming up next to talk about how this incredible space opened up right here on Gallatin on 104.5 The Zone.
Nothing worse than a plumbing, HVAC, or electrical emergency. Most of the time, you don't know what it will cost or if it'll get fixed correctly or if someone is just trying to sell you something. That's when you call Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, because the price you're told is the price you'll actually pay. There's no hidden fees or surprises when you get your bill. Hiller has been in business for over 35 years and is family-owned and operated. Their techs are professional, experienced, and trustworthy. When they're on their way, you'll receive a photo of the tech and a link to track them in real time. No more wasting time waiting around. 100% satisfaction guaranteed of Happy You'll Be, or the service is free. That is the Happy Hiller promise. So visit them online today at happyhiller.com.
Welcome back to the show, fueled by Hattie B's Hot Chicken, live from the brand new Hattie B's Hot Chicken on Gallatin Ave in East Nashville. We are so pumped to be here. We're having a great time, and we are joined by Nick Bishop Jr., who is a huge part of making this location happen, of Hattie B's and its roots here in Nashville. How you doing, man? What a day.
I'm great, Lucas. Thanks for being here. All of 104.5 being here. We love having you guys out to our restaurants and getting to see what we do in action. And we're here at day one of East Nashville. Pretty exciting.
Can you take me a little bit inside the process of wanting to get a location out here, and at what point you guys decided, no, this location is going to be something different?
Yeah. We've looked at East Nashville since we'll be 14 in August, but I want to say even starting 10 years ago. Knew we wanted to end up here eventually, but wanted to be able to show up the right way and in the right space, and something that we feel like would add to the community. And once we saw this space a little over a year ago, this back sort of hangar Quonset hut area really spoke to us, and we thought we could have a lot of fun with it. So
the restaurant is front facing. You can't miss it when you're driving down Gallatin. Right behind the restaurant is kind of this patio gaming area with the string lights. There's bocce and cornhole and Connect Four. And then there is this hangar that you guys have essentially turned into a sports bar, event space, hangout spot. But this has been here for a long time. What are the origins of this building, and how are you guys kind of, keeping those roots as you put your imprint on it as well?
Yeah, the guy that owns this space, both the buildings, is, as with many creators and makers over on the east side, I think this space served as an art studio and a place for parties and gatherings. I don't know if it was friends or locals, but we've heard from a number of people already, like how beloved sort of the memories they've got from this space. And so we knew when we saw it that we could make it a pretty awesome spot to come watch games, to come bring. We heard a lot about not having a lot of options for families, people with young kids. Being back off Gallatin, there's certainly some comfort in being able to let your kid run around a little bit and while you enjoy a beer and some hot chicken. And I don't know, I just love building restaurants and spaces that bring people together, and we thought this would be kind of the ultimate version of that, and what better place to do it than on the east side.
Can you tell me a little bit about the touches and personalized notes of this place? I mean, there's something different everywhere you look on these walls, just a collection of Nashville and East Nashville and Hattie B's Hot Chicken. I mean, what was that process like?
It was a lot of fun for our team and for me personally. Part of what I believe makes Hattie B special is the people. We've had so many people that have worked with us that have helped us grow this thing over the last almost 14 years. And so to be able to get to be able to show a little bit of sort of our story and history together was cool. But, yeah, a lot of it's nods to old Nashville and places that have meant something to us, having grown up here. Obviously the city's changed a lot, but it's little touches of stuff that sort of remind us of childhood and remind us of why we fell in love with being in the restaurant business. And so, yeah, a lot of old Little League trophies from staff, and everybody brought our favorite books. I brought a box of old CDs of mine to help kind of decorate out some of these cubbies. So, yeah, it was just a lot of fun to go back kind of through the past to bring us into the present, take us into the future, and make this place something that I hope people really enjoy.
I see the soccer ball propped up there.
Absolutely.
Incredible spot to come watch the U.S. men's national team action, all of the international soccer over the next few weeks. I mean, what are there, 5 big screen TVs in here?
Yeah, 5 big screens. We were so excited realizing we were going to be able to open up kind of on the front side of when the World Cup started. So that hopefully we could be another spot if you want to come. We'll have all the games on. We'll obviously have the audio on for the USA game tomorrow, and it's been a lot of fun watching people get excited about that all over the country.
Man, I mean, how into it do you get? You guys partner with Nashville SC. You can find Hattie B's Hot Chicken in the concourse at Geodis Park. But are you one of these people that kind of saw it coming down the line and weren't sure how into it you would be, or have you been counting down the days like I have?
I'm probably in between you and the rest of folks. I love big events that bring the world together on a stage. And I remember you saying something about, the Olympics is cool, but then you could be watching 20 different sports at once. Like, we are all watching the same thing at the same time. And to watch a lot of these people who have come over and to watch and support their teams travel around the country, there's just so much intrigue. And it's one of those, moments where there's enough bad stuff. It feels like one that brings folks together in a good way. And so, yeah, I love the World Cup. It's awesome.
Nick Bishop Jr. is with us as we broadcast live from the brand new Hattie B's in East Nashville, the grand opening. Incredible spot to come watch the games. Titans games when the season starts up. What are the vibes right now for you coming off of minicamp?
Super excited. We had the rookies out to our West Nashville location yesterday to do their annual Shut the Cluck Up challenge.
How'd they do?
I think the winner was like 3 or 4. Last year, I think Femi did like 18. So I think
Femi crushed last year.
I heard he showed up and gave them a lot of crap for how soft they brought it. So that was cool. He's been a fun guy to partner with and get to know over the years, over the last couple of years. And yeah, I mean, look, those partnerships mean so much to us. I mean, it's our hometown, and we want to be able to show up and feed as many fans that come through those stadiums as possible. But yeah, I hope this place is, if you got a Titans game, UT game, Vandy game, Nashville SC, whatever, Braves games, like they will be on the television in this building, and hopefully we can find a spot for you to saddle up and eat some hot chicken and drink some cold beer.
You mentioned the local ties, and you guys, the Bishop family, have long-standing iconic roots and meat and 3 roots in Nashville. So to see how that carries over into y'all's food is so fun. I'm fascinated by the decisions you guys make when it comes to evolving your menu and trying different things and trying breakfast at the Factory in Franklin location and things like that. What is that process typically when you want to step outside of the hot chicken and the mac and cheese and the fries and all the incredible basics that you guys do? But how do you guys go about making those decisions to keep evolving and innovating?
I think you have to always be looking at that stuff. I also don't know that we'll be on the front edge of like new menu items. I think if we feel like it fits the menu and that it's something that might bring you in, like the salad was a great example. It was like, I don't know if anybody's coming at us like thinking about healthy salad, but like you can actually get one here and it's incredibly tasty and filling. So we want to have something for everyone, but at the end of the day, like hot chicken, cold beer, mac and cheese, fries, like that's always going to be our sweet spot. So I think we're always trying to think about how to tweak and make things better. And then, if there's something that we feel like is going to be additive to the menu, we'll do it, like the sandwich, like the salad. But I think it's always trying to stay close to that sort of core menu that got us here,
Who came up with cornbread croutons? Because I'd like to meet that person.
Oh, Brian, he's around here somewhere. He's over there.
Okay, I'm going to shake his hand
He's
later.
a good one, man. He's our executive chef. He has incredible culinary chops and comes from some great kitchens. And so we feel lucky to have him helping us, make the best fried chicken in the world. So
Nick Bishop Jr. is with us at the new Hattie B's in East Nashville. Knoxville coming soon.
Yep.
Chattanooga coming soon. Chicago coming soon. Am I missing anything on what's on the horizon?
Auburn.
Auburn, Alabama.
Auburn will be July, Knoxville in August, second one in Chicago in the fall. We're opening in Donaldson. Actually, I think that will be announced next week, so breaking news. Can we get that?
Zach, let's get the sounder.
So yeah, we're excited about continuing to grow outside of Nashville, but also making sure that like when we show up in Nashville, we do it the right way. Like this is our hometown, and this is the home of hot chicken, right? Like we're nothing without sort of the Princes and the Boltons and the people that paved the way, and so we just want to be good stewards of it and take care of people in the community and grow people that can help us open more stores and. It's fun to do it with people you love,
I don't know if you've seen. Oh, there it is. There we go. Hattie B's. Headed to Donaldson near you.
Somebody's mad at me in the corner.
It's okay. Robert does that like twice a week with completely irrelevant things, so don't worry about it. I don't know if you saw any of the feedback around some international fans did stumble onto Hattie B's.
Yeah.
We're not a host city for the World Cup.
Right.
But, Nick, I was downtown last Saturday, and there were Scottish fans everywhere that I guess were making a pit stop in Nashville on their way to Miami for their game today, whatever it might be. Have you heard any of the feedback from some of the international fans trying Hattie B's hot chicken?
Yeah, we had a guy. I saw it on blanking on the Men in Blazers. Is that
Sure.
They reposted an English fan who was like, Hattie B's changed my life, which was because we were laughing. Like, you see all these guys going around, guys and gals, they're commenting on Buc-ee's or barbecue or whatever.
Yeah.
We're like, can we eat somebody? And so we didn't plan it, didn't know it was going to happen. They showed up, and I'm glad they had a great experience. That was really cool to see kind of take off. But, yeah, I mean, it's always fun to introduce people to hot chicken, and it's such a big piece of what Nashville is. And so I hope if they do stop through, we'll be one of the spots.
Man, we appreciate you having us out here. It's an incredible spot. I'm gonna be here a while. Like, I'm gonna be here a lot. I live right down the road, and folks got to come check it out. Thanks so much for the time. Always appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Lucas. Thank you, guys.
Nick Bishop Jr. of the Bishop family of Hattie B's Hot Chicken. This incredible location. Download the app today. You can start to build up those rewards. You'll be amazed at how generous they are with the rewards. You can order for pickup or delivery, swing by, skip the line, or just come hang out, because this is a great spot to hang out. Games are coming up today. The final phase of group stage play begins today with Canada taking on Switzerland, Bosnia taking on Qatar, potentially the United States' first opponent in the knockout rounds playing this afternoon. No better spot to come experience it than right here at the new Hattie B's off of Gallatin Avenue. Huge thanks to Nick Bishop Jr. for joining us today. The noon hour is coming up next. Carnell Tate will hear from the Titans receiver coming up next.
If your energy has been off or you're just not feeling like you're used to, the Tennessee Men's Clinic, powered by Men's Pro, is here to help you, because you're not alone. A lot of dudes deal with this. As you get up there in age, your body starts to change. And what you'll like about the Tennessee Men's Clinic is that they've been doing this for years. They're not just the newest fly-by-night place or sketchy online pill. You're working with true medical providers. They run labs and build a plan around you specifically, not some one-size-fits-all type of deal. They treat low performance, ED, weight loss, and even peptides like NAD+. Their treatments have worked for thousands of men, and most guys say they wish they would have come in sooner. Right now, your lab panel and consultation, just $99. So call today at 615-208-9090. That's 615-208-9090, or visit them online at TennesseeMen'sClinic.com.
This is a different court, Blair. Same result, Slay. Oh, okay, Blair. See, that's Tyler Tanner. See, Tyler Tanner's in the house now.
Let's see what you got. Jerry's out, Blair.
Blair, come on. Okay, Blair, just come sit down. Come on, Blair, stop. You're going to get hurt. Blair, get off the court. That's enough.
What's the verdict, Blair?
The courtroom is where I play ball. Boy, Durham, injury law, and that ain't got no rules.
It's Ramon Foster, and I'm with Aaron from United Structure Systems. Man, they came by today to check out my house. If there's anything, any issues, small or big, you're gonna fill us in there.
We can take care of it no matter what kind of problems. So first off, we'll just kind of take a look through your house and see what kind of issues you got going. You know, cracks in the brick, cracks in the drywall, weird spots in the floor, doors sticking, windows not opening properly. Once we identify those areas, we're going to do a thorough inspection around the outside, make sure there's no issues going on with that. And then once we look over it, we'll talk about what's going on, and hopefully we ain't got no issues, and then we'll go from there.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ms. Foster, so we have looked at the issues that you brought up. We had the drywall in the attic up here above your bonus or your garage. You had some doors sticking.
I did.
Going in your bathroom. So we've inspected all that. We don't see any major structural concerns. So you're going to be one of our lucky good news customers today. There is some minor deflection there. That's not an uncommon thing. As any house is built, it's its biggest and its strongest the day that it's born. Right, and from that point, it just gets older, just like us. We ain't hopping up out of bed, taking off down the hallway, running downstairs anymore.
Not protecting quarterbacks anymore.
No.
Opening up late. We're done.
Your guard ain't there no more.
Okay,
so,
I got you.
So it just happens. It gets a little older and it starts to deflect. Now, there are some things we can do to kind of help adjust those doors, mainly adjusting in the door, which we don't necessarily do, and maybe doing some light shimming in the crawl space down there to address those sticking doors. But for now, no major issues there. We did talk about the grading in the back and some issues that we can take care of back there for you. But that's pretty much up in a nutshell. No big issues and you're good to go. So.
Awesome. So again, what you deal with United Structural Systems is it's upfront, it's honest, and now I can sleep peacefully at night, okay?
The guaranteed offer is the simplest, least stressful way to sell your home. You go to our website, you fill out a quick form, we set an appointment, we bring you an all-cash offer. Literally, there's no lockbox on the front of your house, there's no showings, we pay all cash, we close in as little as 21 days, stress-free. We've helped thousands of homeowners just like you sell your home the hassle-free way with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate.
Final hour underway, broadcasting live from Hattie B's Hot Chicken, the grand opening of the East Nashville location. Come and hang out, watch the soccer today. Maybe get yourself a big old bucket of hot chicken and take it home. Do it by downloading the Hattie B's app. Start to stack those rewards. We're with you until 1 o'clock. Robert and myself, Zach Lyons, and Cover 2 will take over from 1 to 3 after that. And then 3HL, broadcasting live from Greenlight Bar. Tonight, karaoke night, hosted by 3HL. Can't wait to get out there and see people flexing. What are you leaning towards right now?
I will be singing a country song. That's all you need to know. I'm not going to be singing high-pitched. I'm not going to be singing any little girly pop songs. I'm going to sing something that's going to get the crowd going, get them ready to drink. And also, we're doing Carnell Tate expectations with Zach in the next segment. I missed this yesterday. If you are a Titans fan and you would like to meet Carnell Tate, he is hosting a fan meet and greet today at the Brentwood Kroger.
Gotta go, boys.
Kirby's gone. 2 to 3 p.m. he'll be out there.
Kirby is going to meet.
Handing out Snickers ice cream.
That is correct.
Kirby's gone.
First 50 fans get autographs. You know what? I think I have the power to do this. Let's double that. The first 100 fans get autographs.
No.
No, yeah, I'm
That
doing
is
it.
not-
If you're 51 and you ask, tell them Bert said you could do it.
That is not an official promotion.
100 fans. You know what? I'm feeling generous. 500 fans get autographs by Carnell Tate today.
Nope, just the 50.
Okay, we're taking the ice cream out. 1,000 fans get autographs.
Just the 50. Just the 50. Carnell Tate at Kroger in Brentwood today.
Is that part of your expectations for him? Is that he shows up for his Titans media availabilities?
I would expect him to be there. I would expect him to show up. He did show up for his media availability last week. Just a few minutes here of the Titans rookie receiver, but a chance to hear him talk after getting his feet under him with the offseason program. This is the number 4 overall pick, Carnell Tate, meeting with the media last week at minicamp.
Are you going to be at the end of tomorrow than you were when you arrived here?
It's just a matter of how more comfortable I am. I just feel like I was more uncomfortable since the first day. It just unlearning a bunch of things I learned from college and relearning the new offense and new system here.
Brian Dable, he said, despite doing this for a long time, you're one of the best guys at picking things up, and we see you moving across the formation and everything. What's been the key for you to play all these positions but still play as smoothly and as fast as you are?
It started with Coach Hartline at Ohio State. He made it a priority for me to learn all the different receiver groups because the more you understand what each position has, the more you understand the playbook. So it was just nothing new. Just coming over here, the more positions you know, the more you understand the playbook, and that way you're able to play different positions.
What's feedback, encouragement been like, I guess, from teammates as they've seen you out here and seen you have some success?
It's been pretty much just keep balling, keep making plays, just keep being yourself, and then I'll just try to pick Wandale and all the older guys, Wandale, DK, E, and then Red about how I can be better and then what they can see and what would they do differently.
How helpful has Wandale been, given his experience in the offense? Has it helped shorten the learning curve for you guys?
Yeah, Wandale's been a tremendous help for me, especially I go out there some plays and blank, and then Wandale helps me because he knows what everyone has because he's been with Dable for the past 4 or 5 years.
Try and talk us through the wide variety of option routes in this whole deal. Is there one or two variations of that are particularly difficult to learn or execute for you coming into the league?
No, I don't really think it's nothing. It's just a matter of how fast you can go out there and play and understand the offense.
Did you surprise yourself at all with how quick or smooth the transition has been making all the highlight plays this early in camp?
No, I didn't surprise myself at all. At the end of the day, it's just football, just going out there and doing what I do best. We're receivers, we get paid to catch the ball. So.
How have you seen the connection between you and Cam grow over the last few weeks?
Oh, man, Cam, my dog. We go kick it, go hang out at his crib. We talk stuff to each other. We make each other better. And then we always see on the same page at the end of the plays.
What do you do between camp ends and you come back for training camp?
Just a matter of taking care of my body, getting ready for training camp, staying in shape, and then just ultimately building that connection with the receivers and ultimately Cam.
I know you'll hear a lot of guys when they get picked high in the draft talk about there's a lot to live up to when they come in. What's your thoughts on that in terms of what you expect from yourself all the way?
Pressure comes from doing good things all the time. So, I'm used to it. I played at Ohio State. I played at the highest level. So, I'm just going to go out there, continue to be who I am, and just go play football at the highest level.
How much you relish maybe being able to be a DB who can run with you with route craft and nuance and that kind of stuff?
A lot. At the end of the day, receivers, you're not always going to be butt naked open. So, it's just a matter of how you can separate at the top of your route and go out there and make a play.
Is that a normal phrase that receivers use?
Yeah.
Cam says he never compliments himself. Is that kind of a motto that you take as well, or you let yourself kind of relish in some of those moments?
No, I don't really compliment myself. I let the others speak for me, and I just always try to be better because no matter how good I do, however great of a play I make, I always can find a way to be better in that play within that play.
Do you feel like you and Cam have pretty similar personalities? It seems by the way you guys are talking that you think kind of the same way.
I don't know. I haven't really been around Cam that much, but I don't know. We just two competitive people that wants to see each other do great things.
You guys are competing, but what are the DBs on this team? What's the interaction like with them, whether it's out here on the field or maybe in the locker room to try to help you get better?
Tate my locker mate. So me and Tate chop it up whenever he comes in. We laugh, we joke. I ask him questions about he's a vet, obviously. So I just ask him things about my rookie experience. So yeah, and then on the field we laugh, we talk to each other, we just make each other better.
This time of year, what's defined progress for you, would you say?
Well, just understanding the playbook, for real. I mean, that's the biggest thing right now, just focus on understanding the playbook and go out there just catching the ball consistently.
How much time do you spend with it in an average day? How much will you spend with it during your time away?
Spend with what?
With the playbook.
All day. I mean, the more you know, the better it is for you. That way you're not out there thinking and that you don't know nothing. So the more I study, the more confidence I am in my game, and then that allows me to go play fast.
Good.
Have you seen yourself get more acclimated in Nashville, and have you done anything scoring-wise?
Yeah, I've been seeing myself get more acclimated. I'm just trying to focus on this, find a different food spot, extend my variety of food, and trying not to be so picky. Thanks, Carter. Thank you all.
Oh, why'd we cut it off? He was about to say his favorite spot in Nashville is Hattie B's and the hot chicken.
Was he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was in the original press conference.
I don't know which of the rookies. Now, Nick Bishop Jr. told us the rookies this year, they did the Hattie B's Shut the Clock Up Challenge yesterday and did not fare nearly as well as Femi did. And Femi showed up and gave them some grief for it.
Well, at least Femi was doing something.
Femi downed like 18 of those Shut the Clock Up tenders last year.
I would love him to down 18 quarterbacks this year.
Yeah,
that would be nice. Or just get close to him.
That would be
just
welcome.
Just get a pressure. 18 pressures of quarterbacks.
615-737-1045 is how you join us. That was Carnell Tate we just heard from, the Titans rookie receiver. Him and Cam Ward, maybe just two peas in a pod, all business. Don't compliment themselves.
No, we just compliment each other. He's like, oh, Cam, that throw was so good. Oh, but that catch was even better, Carnell. They just compliment each other.
I mean, we're going to gauge expectations for Carnell Tate in the next segment with Zach Lyons. But we talked yesterday about favorite moves of the Titans offseason, and there's so many to choose from. You could choose Chad Brinker leaving. You could say the Robert Saleh hire, the Brian Dable hire, the John Franklin Myers signing, the Wan'Dale Robinson signing. Mine is the Carnell Tate draft pick at number 4 overall to just check that box. Because if the Titans had gone, let's say, Arvell Reese or Sonny Styles or whoever at 4, how much would we be talking about the wide receiver position right now? As like, all right, hope Calvin Ridley can stay healthy and Wan'Dale Robinson can carry over what he did in New York last year, right?
Yeah, you'd be wondering which of Chim and Ellick are going to step up and out. Neither one of them really have to do anything. Yeah, the position they put themselves in.
Right. So just to check that box this offseason, man, it was such a huge, from a fan perspective, relief to say, okay, you're going into year 2 of this quarterback and year 1 of this wide receiver. Go ahead and establish that pairing now. Don't wait. Don't kick the can on something like that when we see quarterbacks fail so consistently because of the situations around them. And there is work to do with the situation around Cam Ward. There is work to do with the offensive line. There are questions. There are concerns. But it was almost like a weight lifted for me to say, oh, they did it. They drafted a receiver at 4. They didn't overthink this thing. They said, we think we have a franchise quarterback. Let's get him a 1. And the track record so far from Ohio State wide receivers has been they are legitimate ones in this league. Like we talked about. When's the last time an Ohio State wide receiver drafted in the first round?
You keep adding that. I want to throw Braxton Miller at you, but then you add the first-round caveat. And
and even Braxton Miller, converted quarterback that, if J.T. Barrett doesn't exist.
That spin move. He could have been a great receiver if he wouldn't have went to Houston. Don't say that.
That spin move was crazy. Is that
against Virginia Tech?
Virginia Tech in the season opener in, I don't remember, 2016 maybe?
It was
15?
bonkers. That's probably one of the best football moves.
Name another spin move. Like off the top of your head.
No, I can't.
Right?
I can't.
It's the Braxton Miller one. I'm sure the F&M Bank chat will be littered with spin moves where you can hang out on 104.5 The Zone TV, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
But the one thing that we need to talk about when they took Tate, you were relieved. But a lot of Titans fans had questions about, because he had never had to be the number 1 at Ohio State. He had never had to be the number 1 dog. But coming in here, he's going to be expected to be that. So we're going to try to set fair expectations for Carnell Tate coming up next with Zach Lyons.
Zach, going to get cozy with us on this couch at Hattie B's in East Nashville coming up next. show, Jelly Roll karaoke? Is that where you're going? Is that the move, Robert?
Get you some face tattoos. Like, go all in if you're going to do Jelly Roll karaoke. Dress like Jelly Roll.
Do we have Sharpies?
I'm sure we can find some somewhere.
Give me some under-eye crosses.
They take care of us here at Hattie B's. I bet you they got some behind the bar.
If I was going to do Jelly Roll, I would just go ahead and start a Jelly Roll cover band and be Belly Roll. And just be the other side of it.
Okay, yes. Yes, you should.
Kirby,
that should be automatic at this point.
The way that we're framed right now, Zach, you look like a small child.
Well, here's the thing.
Look how tiny he looks because we're leaning forward. It looks like Zach is 3 feet tall.
If you could zoom down, my feet are not touching the floor right now. See, like my feet are not even close touching the floor.
We had Ramon in here, and then Zach.
Well, it's like I was watching Ramon and Will, and the angle of the camera this morning on that couch. I was like, man, I hope they don't put me on that couch. I was like, my fupa gonna be showing.
Dude, I'm fooping right now until we're just fooping together.
Well, come Fupa with us at the new Hattie B's location in East Nashville, the grand opening. We are excited to be here. This spot is incredible. We're with you until 1 o'clock, and then this guy will take over for 2 hours. Zach Lyons of Cover 2, football and other F words as well. First, I feel congratulations are in order because you 2 days ago hit on an awesome parlay during the World Cup action. Tell us what happened.
I guess the first time all three guys played, Mbappe, Messi, and whoever the other person
and
was.
Erling Haaland. It was the second time that they've played on the same day in the group stage.
And they all got 2 goals or more the first time they all played on the same day.
Yep.
And so I bet 2 goals or more on all of them the first time. And bet $10, won a good chunk of change off that one because I also used a profit boost over at FanDuel. So,
are you sponsored by them or something?
No.
Do you?
I can be.
If you guys would like to spend money, all of us, I'll duel any fan out here you want. I'll get up there and fight the ceiling fans if y'all are paying me for it. When you do parlays like that, do you tail each leg on solo bets too?
No.
Like, did you take them each solo?
Because I'm just like, at that point, I don't know much about the World Cup anyway, so I just bet like $10 a piece or $10 as a whole. And if I win, I win. If I don't, I don't.
Yeah, you can't be a soccer savant like myself
like
and Lucas. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've just been living, breathing, and dying by soccer since the day I was dribbling out of the womb.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know that about you. I mean, you played multiple spots on the soccer field growing up.
I did. I watched as a fan.
Yeah.
I worked my way up to a water boy, then a ball boy.
Had it not been for your crippling smoking addiction, you probably would be in the World Cup right now.
Lucas, didn't you tell me some World Cup team decided they were going to stay at like a Best Western or some like really crappy hotel because they allowed you to smoke inside?
Algeria's national team.
That's right.
Stationed in Lawrence, Kansas, is at a DoubleTree.
Yeah.
Because they allow smoking.
So
good for them.
How is Algeria fared?
They were victim to Messi and that hat trick in Kansas City in their opening game, but they had a comeback win against Jordan just 2 nights ago, where they were down 1-0, came back and won 2-1. So they're in position potentially if they can get a result against Austria to move into the knockout round.
Smoking helps. There's a little boy here with a soccer ball. How much would you pay me if I told him, like, hey, pass it here, and then I just booted it as hard as I could into traffic?
Please don't do that. And then
little boy.
And then you placed another wager on Cristiano Ronaldo to score 2 goals.
Yeah,
correct?
but that was also tied with Harry Kane not being cursed by a witch doctor. If I had known he'd been cursed by a witch doctor.
He was.
That's what it said. That's what it said on the Pat McAfee show. I just saw.
This is a growing epidemic. Have you guys seen? So you don't have to go to, like, before you would go to like a swamp or like a hut or a bridge where like a witch would live, but now all the witches are on Etsy.
Yeah.
If you're unfamiliar, Etsy is like an arts and crafts website where people who create, sew, they make magnets.
Well, that's who cursed the Titans. The Witch in the Woods is Stoney, and I have talked about that with Kevin Dyson on Titans Talkback. He was really bought into the storyline of the Witch in the Woods has cursed the Tennessee Titans.
Well, this year we all need to get together and throw some money into a cauldron, if you will.
Yeah.
Throw some money into the cauldron and curse our enemies. I would be down to go on a dual curse on Bengals and Jags. Who would you pick? If you could – oh, this is a good poll if we did polls today. If you could curse –
We didn't.
one divisional opponent of the Titans, curse them to have the worst season imaginable, who would you curse?
It would have to be the Colts, I think. I think the Jaguars have their own built-in curse, and I just don't believe in C.J. Stroud.
Don't waste a curse on a franchise that's
Yeah.
already cursed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Colts have put themselves in a position to be cursed.
Right.
Like where it's like giving Daniel Jones all that money, expecting him to come back and play high level, trading your first-round picks away. Like they're begging to be cursed.
Yeah. I would agree. I think the Colts. I do feel like right now that I'm being scolded by my two dads for sneaking out last night by sitting on this couch. You guys look like my two dads that are having a sit-down talk with me.
Well, listen, Zachary, we're very disappointed, and no more GameCube for the rest of the month.
Zach Lyons is hanging out with us at the brand new Hattie B's in East Nashville.
This is an awesome
Isn't
place.
it insane?
It's so cool.
I'm going to be here a lot.
Yeah.
I live right down the road. To watch a game, to just hang out on these couches, eat some hot chicken, play some pool.
And they got German Pilsner beer over here, so I'm all in. After this, I'm going to go get me a beer for my show.
What is a good season for Carnell Tate in his rookie year, and what is a great season for Carnell Tate?
Well, I think a great season would be like a 1,400-yard, double-digit touchdown season like what you saw with – I don't think Malik Neighbors got double-digit touchdowns, but he was pretty close. But I know he's like 1,400 yards.
Force-fed targets. Man.
Right. He had 180 targets on top of the 140 that Wan'Dale Robinson got, which is kind of crazy. What did he end up with?
He had 7 touchdowns.
7 touchdowns.
170 targets.
Yeah, that would be
That was his rookie year, obviously.
And that's what is that 1,200?
1,200 yards.
He was on pace this year for 1,400. I think I saw yesterday.
241 271 yards in 4 games before he tore the ACL.
And 2 touchdowns, right, last year?
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, I think a good season is 900 to 1,000 yards because there is a lot of mouths to be fed in this offense. But I think the expectation baseline should be 1,000-yard wide receiver as a rookie, 5 touchdowns. I mean, touchdowns are so hard to predict and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of crazy to put in like high number of touchdowns, especially when you don't know who's the red zone threat, right? Could it be Gunnar Helm? Are they going to run more in the red zone? Like, what are they actually going to do in that scenario? So Elikai Manor is going to eat into that. I think he's going to be a little bit more prevalent than people have kind of brought up for a while now.
Between Elick and Chimere DK,
he's going to be the more prevalent guy, I feel like, right now.
If we were to take statistics out of it,
yeah,
what are the things that you would love to see from Carnell Tate that you had questions about in college?
I think true separation. Because I'll be honest, I love the highlights that we're getting from the Tennessee Titans right now, like from Carnell Tate. Love the one-handed grabs, love all this stuff. But they're all on Micah Robinson, and Micah Robinson is right there just fingertips away. If he wasn't a 5'10", like 29-inch arm dude, he probably would have knocked those away. So I need to see a little bit more separation. You know, we didn't see a lot of Carnell Tate highlights and stuff and reports about Carnell Tate when Alontae Taylor and Cordell Flott came back to practice, which is fine. Totally understandable. He is a rookie. It is OTAs. But when the pads come on, how much separation are you going to get? Because I do think he had about over a 20% like contested target rate, but he didn't matter. He caught like over 81% of contested catches, right? But in the NFL, all those one number is going to go higher if you can't get separation, and you're facing better corners. That other number, contested catch rate, is going to go lower. That's just a natural progression of entering the NFL. So if he can get separation against guys who mistime the snap at the line of scrimmage and stuff. So, like, we've seen deep speed, but it's deep speed that takes a while to get up to. He's not a burner. Again, that's fine. But the NFL, you're going to have separation. And listen, Tennessee Titans weren't that bad generating separation last year. They're about middle of the pack in terms of separation. Wan'Dale Robinson was 14th last year in average separation created. So he's going to be added to this mix. So they're going to have opportunities. Not everybody has to be a separator. But if you're asking me the one thing that I think he can improve on, it's going to be that.
Zach Lyons hanging out with us at Hattie B's in East Nashville. For a non-ball knower like myself, are there any similarities to Carnell Tate coming out of Ohio State as a prospect and what Jackson Smith and Jigba was as a prospect?
Route running.
Right, in terms of route technician.
That's about it. I mean, like, they're route technicians.
Because he also was not the separator
Right.
speed threat coming out.
Yeah, and he was asked to do different things. I mean, Carnell Tate, he was determined to do something when he came to Ohio State. And that thing was going to be he's going to be a ferocious blocker. And that will be my calling card while I'm moving up the ranks of Ohio State. But they're both kind of similar in that the sense of they're pretty good at everything. And Jackson Smith and Jigba had the ability to create separation, but the injury was the big concern. But Jackson Smith and Jigba played a lot in the slot, right? So, you get some natural cushion separation just by being a slot guy. Carnell Tate was primarily the quote-unquote X wide receiver, Z wide receiver, if you will, but he's an outside guy. So he has to create his own separation against athletes, And so I think what Jack Smith and Jigba and him have the most in common is their CEO-like work ethic, their mentality, but also the fact that I think the route craftsmanship is there for both those players coming out.
Do you think they're putting Carnell in a position to get started early, as if they're going to go to him and go to him often like they did with Malik Neighbors when he was available? Or do you think he'll be hindered by the fact that they have added so many people that are familiar with Dable's system that it may take Carnell Tate a couple weeks to get rolling?
I think he's going to have his opportunities, but I do look at that Malik Neighbors, Wan'Dale Robinson split and think, okay, it may not be 180 targets and 140 targets for those two players, Neighbors and Wan'Dale, planted here, because there is Calvin Ridley, there is Gunnar Helm. They have more pass-catching weapons, including the running backs, than the Giants ever did during Brian Dable's tenure and during the Malik Neighbors era when he was healthy. So, I do think that's why the stats are a little hard to predict. That's why I say 900 to 1,000. I think he'll get 1,000. But, I think that's why it's a little hard to predict because there are so many mouths to feed. They're going to find a way to get him involved early and often. But if they figure out that another defense is stopping that guy, well, then they're going to go to Wan'Dale Robinson. Something that me and Blaine have talked about in Cover 2 is that this offense is set up that, okay, we could pepper Carnell Tate week 1. Mm-hmm. The next defense that you face is probably going to be try to take Carnell Tate away. Well, then you go to Wan'Dale Robinson. And if they try to take Wan'Dale Robinson, you go to Calvin Ridley. You go to all these players that are like that. That means that maybe you don't get the targets. But I think that with when you look at Malik Neighbors, you look at Stephon Diggs, you look at Wan'Dale Robinson, whoever is the best available wide receiver throughout a season is going to get fed. And I think that that's going to be Carnell Tate. If he's not the leader in targets, that, to me, would be below expectations. He should at least be the leader in targets. You drafted him 4 overall.
Yeah, and not to say that my expectation is Calvin Ridley doesn't play in every game, but we have yet to see a sample size of a season with the Titans where Calvin Ridley is available every game and productive consistently. So that also opens the door for Carnell Tate to garner more targets. And to your point, 900, 1,000 yards, we don't have to assign a black and white line of what numbers constitute a good season. That's a very reductive way to look at it. But just to kind of get an idea of how they're going to utilize him and the neighborhood of what we would consider a good trajectory for Carnell Tate going into year 2. So I agree with you there. Assuming health in that 900 to 1,000-yard range is a good season for your rookie number 4 overall pick at wide receiver. What would be a great season? What would have you thinking, we may have an all-pro on our hands
If he gets anywhere close to Malik Neighbors in 1,200 to 1,500 yards or whatever that may be, I think anything when I say get 1,000 yards, I think it could be 1,010 yards.
Yeah.
Right. If you get to 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns, then we're all thinking, well, he's the truth.
Yep.
And we're also thinking, man, Cam Ward sure had a good season, right? Because, he's going to be one of the guys to help Cam Ward have a much better season than last year. And, listen, Brian Dable may or may not get another job after that. And so, you have to be able to walk away this season knowing that you got a high-end wide receiver 2 that with the potential to be a wide receiver 1 in year 2, or you got a guy in Carnell Tate that's already established himself as the wide receiver 1 and the next great wide receiver out of The Ohio State University.
I'm going to go a little off script here, but you're a numbers guy. I don't know if you carefully scroll over Mike Clay's projections for the year.
I do.
He projects that Carnell Tate will be the number one receiver, lead the Titans in receiving and touchdowns, I believe. But what the guy he poo-pooed on, Chimere Dike. And Alec Imanner on the other side.
Did either of those guys even get 100 yards?
No, I think they were both projected to have around 6 to 7 catches and 66 yards.
Yeah, that was stupid.
So you are expecting that they would overachieve on those expectations because after what we saw from Chim last year, now that you've got position guys at designated spots, you can kind of move him around. He doesn't have to be a slot-only player. He could play a little Z to be your heir apparent for Calvin Ridley.
Here's how I look at it.
Police are here. Guys, I got to go. Guys,
They heard you talking about those little kids.
Crap.
Oh, they got
I
me.
didn't even do it. I didn't do it.
Robert's getting on his stomach. Hands are behind his back.
If anybody asks, my name is Jordan.
Well, Jordan, that's a great question that you just asked me.
Yes, that is my name.
They're enjoying their lunch at this beautiful new Hattie B's.
Don't ruin mine.
Chimere Dike and Alec Imanner, if they get the same amount of yards as last year, but on less targets, that's a good year.
Yep.
If they get less targets and their yards per reception are a little bit higher, but they don't have the yardage, that's still a good season because they are the 4th or 5th wide receiver. It really will come down to how healthy does Calvin Ridley stay and how impactful is Calvin Ridley and how consistent, because that's the guy that is really impeding them getting up onto the starting roster or getting more snaps. I think Chimere Dike will probably likely see on the box score the biggest drop. But is he more efficient with the targets that he's got? It's the Carnell Tate thing from last year. Carnell Tate was a de facto wide receiver too, but if he had gotten the targets that Jeremiah Smith warrants in any other season, he's probably the wide receiver one, and there's no question about his viability as a wide receiver one. So it's all about opportunity. Do they make the most of their much more limited opportunity in this system? And I think they both will. And I expect Alec Imanner, the way that he's been able to, I think, target his offseason approach about the posture and all that kind of stuff, like the stuff that he's kind of going out of the box with to try to up his game, I think will go a long way for a guy like that, to where next year you're saying Carnell Tate's your 1, Wandale's your slot guy, Alec's your 2.
615-737-1045 is how you jump in. Zach Lyons is hanging out at this Hattie B's grand opening in East Nashville. A nice breeze rolling in, little soccer action about to get started on the large TVs in here in this little event space behind the restaurant. Theoretically, in the F&M Bank chat, asks over-under on DK and Alec. Probably would be a similar number, right?
Yeah, 300 to 400 yards is like, I probably 300, maybe set it at like 275.5 for Alec and 375.5, or sorry, 375.5 for Alec and 275.5 for DK. Which, if they're your 4th and 5th wide receiver, that's perfectly acceptable. That's probably exceeds most people's wide receiver 4 and wide receiver 5.
Would you think that, and it didn't hurt him last year, but do you think that with the depth they have up front on wide receiver now, DK, is there a world we could live in where he is relegated to only worrying about returning and focusing on that? And if we need you on offense, we can do that. But he seems like the guy that would get hampered the most to focus on like a finite thing.
Yeah, I think he is the guy that gets hurt the most in this wide receiver room. I mean, he's obviously not in danger of losing a spot or anything. And then if Calvin Ridley were to go down, you would say that he would bump up or whatever. If Wandale goes down, he's probably your starting slot guy, right? Like, there's scenarios and paths for him to find the field in the right situation, but I think that's going to require injury. I think I'm not entirely sure how much 4 wide receiver sets, how much is their rotation? Are they going to do something similar to the defensive line where it's like, hey, everybody's playing like 60% snaps, so we'll rotate you in, keep you fresh? Because if you think about it, the defensive line rotation, how they talked about it is, well, it wears down on the offensive line, right? Because it's the same 5 offensive line unless someone gets injured the whole game, but you're rotating your defensive line, and you're constantly punching the offensive line in the mouth.
Well, and somebody's got to run the clear-outs.
Right.
Like, you're not asking Calvin Ridley to run the clear-outs. You're not asking You're not asking them to, hey, we probably aren't going to target you. Can you just run as fast as possible? That seems like what Jim and Ellick are going to be the de facto clear-out guys, unless we want to get Hank Beatty in there. How do we get Hank Beatty on the active roster?
So we were talking to, when I was filling in with Ramon, we were talking to Bryant McFadden, and he says, well, you know, what most people don't think about playing cornerback is that we're on the field almost 100% of the game. We don't really rotate in and out. So if you start using your wide receivers in that defensive line rotation mindset, well, you got fresh wide receivers, fresh legs, constantly beating down these cornerbacks. The big thing is a lot of wide receivers depend on getting into a rhythm early and often. So how do you build that rapport, and how do you keep the legs fresh without getting out of rhythm?
What do you have coming up today on Cover 2?
We are doing all hot chicken-themed topics today.
Nice. What's your Hattie B's order?
I did the fried chicken sandwich with damn hot.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I've never gotten the sandwich. I always go for the half-bird, quarter-bird.
Yeah.
They don't miss. They don't miss out here at Hattie B's.
Pimento
Zach
cheese.
will be the pimento mac and cheese.
Hang on. You asked him what he's doing on the show, and he said everything's hot chicken themed, and then we're just going to leave that.
Well, that's it's a tease.
Well, don't tease me, dang it. I work here. I want to give us a taste. Give me just a little lick of what's going on.
What players are hot under the collar?
Oh.
And what times players are hot under the collar? So who's feeling the most pressure this year?
Okay, because when I was growing up, hot under the collar meant you were like a hothead, or somebody's got you really jazzed up like a girl.
We got like
you're feeling the heat.
Yeah, we're feeling the heat.
It's getting hot in here. I don't know. Starting to feel the pressure.
What player has maybe got too much spice on them? Like who's got too much hate from the fan base so far?
Okay.
We got creative. It's me and Ross and everything. So
1 to 3.
We'll talk a little bit of NBA draft, and we're also taking. We'll go ahead and prepare it now. 615-737-1045. We're going to rank or rate people's sports hot take. Any sport, if you have a sports hot take, based on the Hattie B scale when they call in.
Oh, I
All right,
like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
You've got the number. Zach will be on from 1 to 3. Come and see him in this incredible new Hattie B's location on Gallatin Ave in East Nashville. Final segment of the show coming up next. So many of you have probably heard this song by now. This is Bosnia and Herzegovina's official World Cup anthem. After they qualified, they played today the final stage of Group Stage. Can we pot that back up, Zach? It's too good. Oh, he might have turned it off.
He's
already.
like, nah, I killed it.
That's okay.
No, you,
there it is.
This is all well and good. We can enjoy this now. I don't know what the heck he's saying, but it's good.
Oh, man. I've been listening to that for like a week.
No, they were really smart because they put it up on Spotify under like 5 different names of anything from that song you could think.
Yep.
It's like, I Will Assimilate is a name. They put the whole song up under that. It's like, Take Me to America. They put the whole song. They got like 20 million streams on this song. Good for them, but
I'm heading to iTunes.
you got to get it. It is catchy, but if we end up being matched up with them and not Qatar, then
It's possible. It's possible.
Or Qatar. I don't know. Everybody gets so mad at everybody during this about saying something wrong. God forbid you spell Orlando wrong, and everybody's going to attack your
How else would
Instagram
you spell
story.
Orlando?
I don't know. Ask Erling Haaland because remember he put it on his story. He was like, "Sorry, you can't misspell anything in this perfect world." That's what got him to score those 2 goals.
That's right. 4 goals now in this tournament. So the final round of group stage games begins today. Canada plays Switzerland, battling for the top of that group. Bosnia plays Qatar. Both are fighting for survival at this point. And the United States, if there is a winner in that game, the United States likely will play the winner of that game in the round of 32. The U.S. has already clinched the top of their group. They play Turkey in a game tomorrow. That has no impact in seeding for the knockout round. So chances are we play Bosnia because Qatar, in my opinion, is the worst team at this tournament. And
really?
Yes.
Worse than what's the blue liquor?
Curacao.
Yeah.
Curaçao's got themselves a little surprise result. And to be fair, so did Qatar. They drew 1-1 against Switzerland, got a late equalizer nobody expected, but by talent, they are the worst team at this tournament.
Well, what a great headline. America plays guitar. That would be great.
It would be great. It would be great.
Get Stringfellow or somebody out here. What happened yesterday in that England draw? How big of a deal is that for England to not score?
It's just disappointing. It kind of alters their momentum a little bit after that incredible game against Croatia.
Because you said they were one of the best teams coming out of the first week.
Their first game was phenomenal, and then you put them outside, and they can't score a goal.
Oh, the sweltering heat.
Sweltering Massachusetts heat. By the way, shout out to John Strong of Fox, who the play-by-play broadcaster, lead play-by-play for the World Cup, who snuck this in during the game. The English traditionally don't do well in Massachusetts. It was well done.
Very good. Very good.
Harry Kane put an absolute sitter over the bar, and that was the difference. Should have been a penalty Ghana's way. That was not called. But the story of yesterday was Cristiano Ronaldo, man. We dunked on him. Messi.
I didn't. I believed on him. I believed in him ever since the beginning. It was
Quit reviewing things during your show.
Coming up at 3 o'clock,
Yep.
live from Greenlight.
Yeah, that is a great product placement. Thank you, Zach.
Well done, Zach, back at Network Control.
Excellent job. Yes, 3HL is going to be at Greenlight today. You can go out there and catch them from 3 to 6, and then 6 to 9, they will be playing the hits,
and
singing the tunes.
Plus Don Davenport and Ron Slay.
Oh, and they got, hang on, you talk about something else for a second while I pull my email up. They have some crazy deals.
At Greenlight?
Like, oh, man, I hate you're going to miss it because you're doing your World Cup.
Oh no,
updates.
I'm gonna swing by for
You're
an hour.
You're gonna miss
or so.
the deals, dude. You're not gonna be there for the deals because you are not. Where the heck is this email from Rich? It's something like $4 beers, $5 wells, $7 back rubs, like everything you could ask for.
75-cent
wings, not
That's
back
what it
rubs.
is.
It's 75-cent wings. I always mix that up. But come down there and hang out with us, man. Whether you're drinking wells, whether you're drinking beers, whether you're just there for the chicken wings, whether you're there to hear us sing bad songs, I'm excited.
Yeah.
You know this about me. I am a natural showbird.
Yep.
If I was a bird, I would probably be a peacock, potentially an emu. But I need to spread my wings. I don't want to glom the stage. I don't want to be the dude who's up there like, okay, we get it, Bert. You like to sing. So I'm going to play the hits. I'm going to try to do it right. But I will save a song for you if you would like to do a duet. You just need to tell me. Tell me what you want to do. I think we should do Fat Boys Are Back. And they will never be whacked. You know that
sings
song?
that?
I don't know. Action Bronson remixed
You
it.
should sing the Bosnia song.
I will not.
You think they have it?
You think no, there's not a karaoke version of the Bosnia song. You'd have to play it behind me. And also, I'm not singing. When do we sing the songs of other countries that we're about to play against?
You're right.
Never.
You're right.
And if
Bosnia will be our enemies if they win today against Qatar.
So I will not sing their song, and I will not enjoy it. So get ready.
Trish on the F&M Bank chat says she wants to duet with you tonight.
What would you like to duet with me to, Trish? I mean, I feel like everyone says, Islands in the Stream. It's the only duet anyone knows for whatever reason.
It is a cop-out karaoke song.
Like, I would prefer to do Picture with Sheryl Crow and Kid Rock. You act like you had no idea what that song was.
I mean, I probably would know if I listened to it.
You definitely know it, dude. How do you
I'm not saying
know?
I don't.
I just called to say I love you and come back home. You've never heard that song.
I just called to
say I love you.
Aw.
Kirby, will you come sing with us tonight? What would you sing, Kirb?
I'm thinking more like Ain't No Sunshine. when
Kirby wants to get
she's
smoldering
gone.
with it.
God, his voice is vibrating
Trish
to my
says,
body.
Trish says she would like to sing "Don't Go Breaking My Heart with You."
Oh,
that's a
good
great
one. That's a
great
good
choice.
one.
You could be Kiki D.
I could be. I could be Freaky B. It doesn't matter tonight. I'll be whoever you want me to be. I'm hanging out. I'm
That's what I
drinking,
read.
I'm singing, and I'm not going to get burnt like the golf tournament, which is nice.
You also won't get burnt if you come out and hang out with us. You won't get burnt, but you will get burnt if you get tickets now to the Split Happens Bowling Bash.
That's right.
July 16th, East Side Bowl. We'll be there. Buck will be there. But despite that, our friends from the Zone will be there. Full bar, $40, 3 hours of bowling, including the shoes. They have great drinks, great food, and a great retro bowling vibe. Oh, it's going to be a party, man. July 16th. Get your tickets now at 1045thezone.com.
If you buy your tickets today, I will. God, I got to call somebody. I got to call Burke. If you buy your tickets today, I will 100x the number of autographs Carnell Tate is signing at Kroger today. It's supposed to be 50. We're gonna get those numbers up. 5,000 autographs.
This is not an official promotion.
Go to Kroger today.
We do not have the authority to do this.
Oh wait, I just got to call. Hello, Burke. What's up? It's the B-Dog. What's up, man?
Yeah, the dirt's on my shelf.
Yeah, I still have the dirt. That's correct.
All right, we got to get out of here.
All right.
I wish we could. I wish I could hang out. I have duties at the station, but I will be hanging out at this Hattie B's routinely. Gallatin Ave in East Nashville. Event space. Watch the games. Drink some beer. Enjoy some hot chicken. Cover 2 is next.
Love you.